right, guys, we're back. We are finally through the qualifiers, and yeah, we are here at the African Pro Series match day one, the African Championship circuit. This is the league phase, of course, where the to the main event itself. And our very first game of today, I mean, a banger. But before I even go there, I've got to introduce you guys to my one and only co-caster for today, the smiling king of bar himself, Black Man.
I don't know why Carl keeps calling me that, but yeah, hey, smiling is a good thing, guys. Smile more. It helps your face. And of course, yeah, the four teams from the top brackets and the next four teams from the lower brackets have all qualified here into the league phase. And now it's a double elimination bracket. You can see the group A and now the group B. And man, I am looking forward to how these teams will make it through here, because now we've got Mashharder, Trinity, PDX07, Sirix, Eclipse Gaming, Cyclone Esports, Hunt Nonagons, and NATO Gaming, the lucky ones to have come out of the qualifiers. The top 8 teams, now they are going to clash against each other. Let's see how it goes.
I just heard Black say lucky, by the way. I would call these teams anything but lucky, because all these teams, they fought their way through adversities. They fought their ways through a lot of top teams to get here. Nobody just got here by luck. They deserved it. They worked so hard to be among the top 8 teams, and not just top 8 teams, but the only teams that are playing the first ever African Pro Series, the first season ever. There's 3 more seasons this year, and we're sure about that. But this is the first ever time we see the African Pro Series on the live stage alongside the African Championship circuit, where the challenges are also going to be starting very soon. But again, all these 8 teams, they work hard to be here. All the players, we talked about a lot of them on the podcast today. And my God, a lot of amazing stats pulled through. Don't forget, guys, the Fantasy League. I'm very sure you guys saw that on the intermission screen. I hope you guys have made your picks for this week, because unfortunately, it's now closed up until next week. Personally, I chose Ayon, Charisma, Danilo, Darox, Rin, D, and all of them are my team, gang. So there's no how I'm not getting the most points this week. I'm a programmer, guys. I've hacked the system. But anyways, that said, you guys make sure you're playing your Fantasy League. Go to AFG CODM TikTok and check for the link in their bio to the website, and you can go and make your picks for next week. But talking about the day one, match day freaking one, week one, our first game, NATO Gaming and Trinity 911. We've seen NATO, who currently they've played 5 games, and they've only dropped 1. Trinity as well, they've played 4 games, and they've also only dropped 1 of those games. So these 2 teams, they're looking very much on par on paper. But what do you think about this game's back?
Man, there are some teams there. Yeah, first of all, I gotta correct myself. Yeah, it wasn't just luck, man. There was a lot of things that a lot of these teams, most especially a team worth mentioning there when it comes to hard work, Hunt Nonagons. You know the story. You were there. I was there. It wasn't fun. These guys had to crawl their way through the lower brackets to get here, and now they are here. So can they make it past here is the question we're asking ourselves. But yeah, these teams have a history. Trinity, Mashharder, Hunt Nonagons, Cyclone Esports with their dominating performance there in the qualifiers, and other teams involved, the remaining 4 teams. Man, it's power-packed, and it's just great that has kept this team so far. Not luck, pure grit, pure hard work, and pure resilience to get even further than they already are.
Yeah, and again, this is the league phase where they all get to play each other at least once, if I'm not mistaken, exactly once. So, unfortunately, no home and away fixtures, but you get to play everybody once, so you have to make it count. So, this is the one time NATO and Trinity are going to go head to head. So, there's no, I lost it once, I'll play them again, and I'll probably get the win then. It's now or never. If you're NATO, you have to win the match against Trinity to get all 3 points. If you're Trinity Esports, Trinity 911, as they're called, you also have to get all the points by making sure you win this fixture on a perfect way. Don't forget, guys, it's a BO3 on every single game throughout the league phase. It's a BO3. And now we're going through the beautiful, beautiful lineups here. My God. Trinity 911. Apex, Michael, Jack. The names on that list alone are making a part of my body rise. Crazy names, guys. Crazy names. But again, that's Trinity 911 roster going into the event of the African Pro Series, man. Black.
Call call 911. Somebody call 911 because Trinity is not playing, guys. They're about to send some team homes. And of course, NATO Gaming roster. We can see a lot of players. We see Ninja, Yellow, Anime. Okay. Right. Astro, Instinct, and D. Man, NATO Gaming aren't kidding either. They've got some very nice players on their roster, man.
Yeah, both teams with their set of players who hopefully going to win it all for them, because that's the important thing here. Don't forget, it's a league. You only get to face everybody once, and then that's it. At the end of the day, the points are going to get collated, and we're going to be finding out who, of course, is number one, who is number two, and who's going to get relegated. The bottom two teams of all the 8 are going to get relegated for next season's African Pro Series. They are going to fall down to the challengers, and the 2 top teams from the challengers are going to be qualifying for the African Pro Series. So trust me, there's a lot at stake, not just the glory, not just the prize pool, but the chance of being relegated to a lower division. So, I mean, if you're any of these teams, you don't want to go down there. You want to stay where the big dogs are, where Carl and Black are. Anyways, yeah, that's it.
You need, yeah. I'm not even gonna react to that. But yeah, of course, it's a one-time thing. Hey, view one's gameplay. I think that's what I'm gonna call it. View one's gameplay. Who gets relegated? Who gets to move on from there? I do hope these teams have what it takes, man. I mean, we did see in the qualifiers where if you lose in the upper bracket, you move to the lower bracket, and then if you somehow find your way away from there, you get back out there and you qualify for the where we are right now. We qualify for the league phase, and of course, Hot Nono Guns faced that situation. But I do hope right now they understand that there's no room anywhere. There's no room to go anywhere. It's either they win or they win. There's no two ways about it.
Yeah, again, the important factor to go and notice again, the fact that none of the teams, none of the 8 teams that have qualified for the African Pro Series have played a single control matchup. So everybody here, they've played best of 3s and they've somehow won 2-0 or they've lost 2-0. Perfection has been the word so far in the African Pro Series qualifiers. So now we're going into BO3s, and I'm very sure this is where we're going to see our first control games for these 8 teams, definitely. Sure. But maybe the first game, I don't know. NATO and Trinity on paper look to be very much on par. Trinity Esports with very much experienced names like Michael there. Mike got Vapex, who was also a stage 4 player with the Bear Clan team last year, 2025. So, there's a lot of names on that roster. Going to NATO as well, a very experienced org. And a couple of players, like Anime did get picked up from Hexline, who failed to qualify. But Anime, did on behalf of Hexline. He's now a NATO Gaming player. And of course, there's a lot of squashes in these 2 teams. Don't forget, only one team can win. Only one team can get that 3 points or 2 points. If you win 2-0, you get 3 points. If you lose a map and make it 2-1, well, the losing team gets 1 point and you get 2 points. Points are equally shared. So, we're looking forward to seeing what's going to happen in game 1. And I want to put you on the spot, the king of bad takes himself, Black Mata. What do you think? NATO or Trinity? Who's going to be taking this one home for a very, I think I don't want to be too harsh. Let me not do that to you today, man. But what do you think the game is going to look like from perspective?
Man, this is not even gonna be a funny game for NATO. I'm not inclined towards Trinity. Did you see that roster, man? Did you see that roster? These guys are not playing, man. These guys came for war. But then NATO Gaming on their own, they are no slouch either. I'm pretty sure they know what they're dealing with. They know who they are up against. And now we are looking at the stats here. The win rate of Trinity is 80%. The win rate of NATO, similar. The wins 4, but the dominance, NATO Gaming has more, but a scary roster. And NATO Gaming, stats-wise, they are looking good. But Trinity, they are no jokes either. But still, fingers crossed here. I'm still going to go for Trinity, man.
Well, again, look at those. Again, what I just called out there, the wins they've had so far. Oh, they have both played 5 games. I thought NATO played only 4, but I was wrong there. They both have played 5 games, and they both dropped 1 game each. So they both have 4 wins each here, and an 80% win rate so far through the qualifiers. And now, while they're going to the league, so I think a lot of these starts are going to get nullified once the main league starts. So yeah, this is where the main action starts. This is where things actually start to get interesting. And if you're either of these teams, don't forget, man, You only get to face them once. If you're NATO, you can only face Trinity Esports one time. If you're Trinity, you can only face NATO Gaming one time. And again, guys, big shout out to our sponsors, ASG CODM, for bringing this wonderful event. Again, the fantasy, the first, bro, I don't think you get how crazy it is. This is the first ever time in not just CODM, but esports as a whole that we are seeing a fantasy system, and it started in Africa. A lot of it's going to eventually spread out, but it started in Africa, right? Clock it, how they do it. It's like clock it, bro. Just put it out there, man. It's fun. Big shout out to ASG CODM, our sponsors, and don't forget to start making your picks on the website starting next week, because this week I've already won the whole thing, so it's your luck. But yeah, we are about to, go and start the game. In for I think I wanted to hear, because mind you, for the whole qualifiers, the one thing I barely saw, or maybe did not see at all, was a DQ. And we're starting the league off with a DQ for 29-1 on hard. I don't know why exactly, but Jared is back at it again, guys.
Oh no! Who let Jerry cook?
I don't know, bro.
Oh my! This is not a great start. This is not what the viewers want to come and see. We want to see action. I mean, you've shown us the roster, you've given us the stats. Give us the action, give us the match. That's what we want to see. We don't want to hear a DQ. We want to see gameplay. It's the African Pro Series. Show us the games. Show us the view-ons matches. Show us these players going head to head and showing us who wants it more. And production just says, you know what, Black? I'll give you a DQ, and you have to deal with it.
And it's exactly how he said it, guy. I quoted Jared's word. I'm giving you guys a DQ. I don't care what you guys think. You and Carl, shut the hell up. It's a DQ. Crazy stuff, bro. It's always Jared, guys. But yeah, Trinity have gotten a Hardpoint DQ. Mind you, it's a BO3, so first to get 2 maps wins the whole thing. And if you're NATO Gaming, you are already positioned to get your first map win in the African Pro Series. So the very first ever map played in the African Pro Series itself was a DQ. And it was won by NATO Gaming without having to shoot a single bullet out of an XM4, a USS-9, any AR, SMG, or sniper, or shotgun even. Not a single war machine used, not a single smoke or grenade. They just won the map free of charge. If you're Trinity 911, you have to ask yourself what the problem is, because my God, you had a whole, how many weeks to prepare for the league itself, and we start with a DQ? Come on, guys. But yeah, we're going into S&D, and hopefully Jerry does not cook again. I beg, Jerry, I beg.
I mean, he started to choke. Oh no! Oh, come on, man! Seriously, Jesus Christ! You see how bewildered Carl is right now, because this is. Oh my goodness! I am flabbergasted myself, because what the hell did I just hear? Production just announced that there is another DQ, and NATO Gaming have taken it home 2-0, and Trinity Esports, man, somebody better call 911, but not for NATO Gaming, for Trinity Esports.
Hey!
Yeah, I'm also speechless, man. This is messy, man. This is no.
I saw a couple comments on the chat here on YouTube, particularly saying, start the game. There's a lot of games today. You guys got your wish. There's not a lot of games anymore. Why game I finish? We're going to game 2 now. I don't get it. How? I'm trying to make the whole thing make sense. I don't even want to calculate the weeks we had to prepare. But this is match day 1. You're the very first game, and somehow you don't show up. I don't know what that means. I don't know how that happens. I don't know what disciplinary committee the AFC has that's going to take action. It's going to be Balo, of course. I'm waiting to hear what's going to happen. But that was really bad. That was unexpected. Maybe they have good reasons, but I don't think it's a good enough reason to miss out on the very first game of the APS. So it is what it is, though. NATO Gaming, again, the tier list we did earlier on the podcast today, unfortunately, a lot of us put NATO on the most bottom of the bottomless pit ever. So Seb, how markets? NATO have won the very first game 2-0, and may God help us. Of course, we're going to be going straight up to our game 2 of the evening, and that's going to be Cyclone and Mashharder Gaming, CYC, MSH, 2 South African giants. Where look at the roster there for Cyclone: Danielo, Toxic, Logan, Nundi, Inside, and Simzi, who unfortunately does not have the phone to be able to get a camera photo. Doesn't have a phone, guys. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a phone, so can't really provide a photo. And of course, Mashharder Gaming. Look at that roster, Black.
Man, You're looking at Liquid, Storm, Squid, V-Nex, Narc, Claps, and Keanu. Hopefully, the man can be Keanu Reeves in this game because if you know anything about John Wick, you know you're in trouble when you run into the man. But still, Mashharder versus, well, I mean, I just hope we don't say on that DQ, man. We don't even want these to kill our spirits. Game one is already gone thanks to both DQs. You can have all these things. No, this is one of the things I always say, man. You can train hard, you can prepare, you can study up, you can watch videos, you can do all that. But one thing, if you don't get any of these proper conducts correctly, that can result to a DQ. And everything you have trained for, everything you have worked so hard for, everything is gone. I can train for weeks and make one mistake, go against the rules even once, and then I'm disqualified. That's all. So I really think that we should really pay attention to these rules, pay attention to the proper code of conduct, proper, things we should do, things we shouldn't do, get them right, as well as the training, and make sure we prioritize those as well, so we avoid situations like them. But really, game two is what we're gonna get straight into, man.
Wait, somebody just raised a very important topic. ASG CODM. This is to you guys. I'm asking you guys. So wait, nobody should try me. Wait. So what happens to the players I chose from both teams? Wallahi, if I don't see my 90 points, I have NATO players on my team. I have NATO up. I did not come to play in this fantasy league. I'm warning you guys. If I don't see my 99 points today from NATO player that I chose in my team, everywhere is scatter. Like, just prepare it down. But anyways, guys, I'm really hoping something has to be done about that because really, I'm not joking. I do have NATO players on my roster. But anyways, it is what it is, though. We're going to our game two. That's going to be Cyclone and Mashharder Gaming. And again, two South African giants who have what it takes to go all the way. Who's it going to be for you, Black? Who's it going to be for you on this game here?
Man, it's gonna actually be really tough. I love the Mashharder guys, man. I gotta come back and say the Mashharder guys have shown resilience. Their gameplays, definitely they've had some back and forth in their games when during the qualifiers. They've had some times where things weren't looking good. They've also had times where they dominated as well. So I really like that story of just pure resilience, just pure grit, and just that act of never giving up, never letting what's currently happened affect what's about to happen. Mashharder, that's who I'm inclining towards right now. I'm loving the roster. I'm loving what I see. So hopefully they don't let me down.
Yeah, guys, don't blame Black. He's new to the scene. He doesn't know the players very well. But because I think on paper, to be fair, Cyclone look a lot stronger on paper. Again, the tier list we did earlier today on the Final Cycle podcast, where we did place Cyclone just below PDX, but above everybody else. But I think we did somehow put MSH and Cyclone on the same level because they're both South African teams. They're both T1. They both have gone all the way. So literally, it could go either way. It literally could go either way. But if you're a Cyclone team who right now you are trying to be head-to-head against the PDXs, man, you should be able to ace this one easily on paper. But again, for Mashharder, like you did say, very solid team, very good in being able to think on their feet there. So it's going to all come down to who wants it more and who's the better South African team on their own server. Well, we do have a couple players that are not South African, particularly Storm, who's from the Kenyan side of things, play for that match of the game inside. And of course, look at their stats. Both teams have played three. No, actually, I take that back. Cyclone have played 3 games where they have won 100% of every single game they've played so far from the qualifiers. Mashharder, on the other hand, they've played 4 games and they've lost a full game where they lost 2-0 and they've won 3 of those games. So 6 out of 8 maps won, and Cyclone 6 out of 6 maps won. As we now go into the league phase where, well, look at that dominance factor, 100% for Cyclone, 82 for Mashharder, and we're going to kickstart things off. I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen on the big stage here. You guys on chat, let me know your predictions. Mind you, we are live on YouTube and a couple TikTok streams, maybe 4 or 5. I'm not really sure yet. I will confirm that and let you guys know. But the major streams are on the TikTok of the ASG CODM and, of course, YouTube of ASG CODM as well. So hope you guys are coming to watch it there. If you're watching the YT chat, don't forget to leave a like, leave a thumbs up on the stream so the stream can get recommended to more people that are not like Jared.
That's true. Hopefully not like Jared. But still, man, looking at the stats here, 100% win rate on Cyclone. They've never lost the match. 100% dominance. They're the ones doing the damage. They're the ones doing the pushing. They are the ones doing better rotations. They are the ones having more impact in those matches. But then when it comes to the wins, Mashharder do something really interesting. They have the same number of wins as Cyclone Esports. I mean, even if you don't have the maximum dominance or the maximum win rate like Cyclone Esports, the important part, which is whether you actually win or not, you have it tied up with Cyclone Esports. I mean, you can have 100% win, you can have 100% dominance, but did you actually win the game? And now, if you look at those stats there, we've got 3 on Cyclone, we've got 3 on Mashharder. What is going on? The numbers never lie. The numbers never lie, man. They do have the same number of wins in spite of what the stats are saying. So, like he said, it can go either way. And I want to see how this turns out, man.
Yeah, we want to see how this turns out. A lot of people on the chat saying, please start the game. You do realize Cyclone and Mashharder are meant to start an hour later, and now they have to rattle themselves together, really find a way to make it work and be you can't even blame them if they come 30 minutes from now, because again, they were not meant to start the game now for themselves. So personally, I would not blame Cyclone or Mashharder if they don't show up now till the next 30 minutes. It's not their fault. They weren't meant to start the game now. But again, hopefully they turn up soon and we get the party started. And on the background, I'm going to call out Sumi and Ronin in my ear. I will slap both of you. Wallahi taala. I will slap both of you. But again, you know, we are looking forward to seeing what this fixture is going to look like. Cyclone Esports, the comeback, you know, we've been hoping for a very long time. They left the African team for a very long time, I think about 2 years or so, and now they came back with a bang off, a team, arguably one of the best teams in South Africa, if not the actual best team. And well, now we're going to look at the player stats. Danny Yellow so far has played 6 maps with a 2.15 KD, who also, mind you, has been the best player for CYC so far in the qualifiers towards the APS itself. So the best player, average OBJ time, 1 minute. I mean, he's got a good KD. He's got OBJ time. He's got good impact. He's getting MVP so many times. I mean, come on, man. He's a perfect player, no doubt. But again, don't forget, everybody in Cyclone makes it work. It is not a one-man's job, Black.
Yep, it's not a man's job. It's a teamwork. And that's what Danielo needs to remember sometimes. You can get all the stats, you can get all the performance, you can get all the impact, but at the end of the day, your teammates' contribution will matter in securing the win for the game. Both teams now clashing against each other. And of course, I want to see what the other players' stats look like, especially on the side of Mashharder, though, because, well, they do have some pretty interesting players that have also had impact in their games. And of course, 6 matches played for Danielo. I mean, we look at those stats, you kind of understand why they put him on the thumbnail of this stream, right? He does deserve to be there. Where you know, of course, this is a man that has had a lot of impact. I'm pretty sure some of the viewers were really happy to see his face there. Because he's going to be playing. I want to see what he's going to show us for us in the league phase here in the African Pro Series. But still, hey, I want to see what Mashharder can do. Okay, look at the maps here. Hacienda win the first map. That's going to be the Hardpoint. Search and destroy on Meltdown. Now, this is something different. This is something new. I like this. And control on standoff. Wow, not the classic raid. And yeah, man, what do you think about this match, man?
I mean, to be fair, Hacienda is a bread and butter map. Now, did get introduced a couple, maybe last year, I think, or earlier or later last 2 years ago. But again, we've seen that map a lot in comps lately. I think the last 2 World Champs was a very standout map to go and play and actually cast and watch as well. So actually, the Hardpoint is a map I'm very sure these 2 teams are very familiar with, especially for the fact that they are South Africans, and South Africans have very good gunfights on Hardpoint maps like this. Again, Meltdown, Search and Destroy, saw that in the 2023 Champs. We haven't seen that since then. And I'm really shocked. We finally got. We saw. Was it a Lucas in? Was it four? I think he killed 4 players with a single nade on Meltdown. That was Luminosity Gaming and Godlike. I think that was Godlike getting that clip. I've forgotten exactly who got that clip back then in 2023 Champs. But that was one of the standout clips that year, and that was a Meltdown. And ever since then, we haven't seen Meltdown in the comp scene for the past 2 years. And we finally get it reintroduced in 2026. And I'm so happy to go and see that. And I'm looking forward to seeing what these teams are going to do on Meltdown. We saw the Meltdown PDX for instance here. They've had the chance to actually play a lot of Meltdown games because they played that in the Xylem just completed the Xylon Cup with England third. They represented Africa on the grand stage of global ended us perfectly as they were able to finish third place there. And they played a lot of meltdown maps, so I'm very sure they have the upper hand here when it comes to meltdown because they've done their assignment. They've also played the map and they've had the actual comp experience on the map going into the APS. So for sure, if you're other teams, you need to be worried of them. But again, Cyclone and Mashharder, hopefully they have done their assignment and scrimped on this map and know how to navigate a map like Meltdown. And of course, Control, standoff, one of the first maps Control was introduced to us on CODM. And now we get to see it again in the comms pool. So I'm really glad to be saying standoff Control out here. And I'm looking forward to seeing what they are going to cook. But again, best of 3, first to get 2 maps wins the whole thing. If you're a Cyclone, you haven't dropped a single map yet. You would be looking to continue that dominance right now. Are they going to continue that on this particular match day? Or are we going to see Mashharder shut them down 2-0 or maybe 2-1? Somehow, though, what is going to be the scoreline, Black? What do you think the scoreline is going to look like?
Well, man, I want to tell you the score line, but before I do that, we're going on a short break, guys. We'll be right back. Yeah, I'm going to put you guys with that suspense, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back, guys.
welcome back, guys. Welcome back. That's been quite a non-refreshing break, I suppose. I wasn't refreshed. I was just there. Really. But again, we're kickstarting things off again. We are kickstarting the map B roll to Hacienda Hardpoint, which is where we are going to get our very first actual official played map. Because the first game wasn't played, it was just a Black and Jerry doing their thing as usual. But now we're actually going to play a map on Hacienda Hardpoint, of course, Cyclone and MSH to kickstart things off here at the African Pro Series match day 1. It's now the action starts, and who's going to be claiming the victory for the very first map. Kickstart things off. Take us on the Johnny Black.
It's P1. That's where everything's gonna start up now. Smoke's thrown, and of course, that Squid picked up a 2-piece early one attack, but Squid picking up a 3-piece, almost 4, but gets shut down. And now inside Rufal as well seems to force Mashharder already starting out with that lead. Cyclone seems to be taking their time there on that P1, but then there is a contest. No, you don't. Mashharder will still dominate, and now that hill taken back by Cyclone and said, "You've had enough. Let us have some of that."
Sorry for 13-1. Cyclone going to start things off in the back foot. Not something I thought I was going to see much of there. But now B1 absolutely locked down by the boys in blue. Inside comes 2, takes out V-Nex, takes a double there. Logan comes for help as well. And now they do clear out that hill for the last clap of 17 on the clock. And mind you, you have to start going towards that next hill on that garage. It's a very important factor. A full 60 there is a very possible thing. So, but now look at that scoreline. Start going close. As both teams are almost started up in CYC. That's a lot of scrap time march on the left. And Cyclone are going to absolutely use that to come back. And now 23 and 20 currently are as we now make our way to a P2 where somehow CYC has a better score on rocks. But I think I spoke too soon. Now they're going to flip that out. Well, they do have hardpoint time back.
There's a hard contest here. If you look at things, Mashharder are really taking the hill times really well. But then the fact that they left that much scrap time, Cyclone rode on that. And now they're contesting for the P2. But then you know one thing about these hills that they try to keep them out. But then Cyclone take things back into control. And now Mashharder have lost the hill. Cyclone now riding on that. The hill, the score gap wasn't that much. And now Cyclone catches up, ties things up, gets back the lead, and now Cyclone are in the lead. The contest is there again. Mashharder take things back into control. It's a 3-piece picked up, make that 4. V-Nex doing the most, and now except for opening hand there, 39-35. Mashharder takes back the lead, and now scrap time. Hopefully they don't leave any for Cyclone.
I'm going to have to apologize to the boys here because I did say earlier CYC on paper looked a lot stronger, but I think I just, as usual, had very bad takes there. Just right now, Mashharder are saying we have what it takes to go head to head against you guys, and that's exactly what they're doing. 40 right now. As soon as you go over to P3, look at that mini-map. Who's going to get there first? CYC already sending in forces. Daniello, he's got a war machine to go and pop out if he wants to go and do that. The trade finds him behind. He's going to fall down there. Keanu puts him down, and Mashharder, they did get there first, but now they're there, and they have the best spot. Now Spyro comes to play, expires, and the boys in blue are going to get the hardpoint time counting, and they're doing the perfectly. War machine exploited, can find value hopefully. It's going to come through. Simply finds a double there. Jed finds on the swirl, and the boys in blue, they still have the hardpoint time counting. Contest does come through. V-Nex goes by. Nundi slides like Michael Jackson and claims that kill, and CYC are going to clear out that hill as we are just seeing a back and forth all the way through as CYC now go and retake that.
Equalizer comes out to play Liquids. We're gonna taking down now. Inside picks up a 2-piece. And Cyclone Esport taking back the lead again. Rinse and repeats. This is the second time. Scrap times in favor of Cyclone. Another rinse and repeats. We are seeing here Cyclone just riding on deja vu at this point. But Mashharder seems to contest for even that little scrap of what's left. 1 second. But then they'll have to go to that next hill. That's gonna be where they will head to right now. E4. What can they make of it? Who's going to get there first? It's going to be Cyclone Esports. They take that hill and they try to increase the score gap even more. Squid with the VMP trying to keep them away from there. That's 2-piece picked up. Almost a 3-piece but gets shot down, picked up. And now 58-77. Cyclone have that lead. Hopefully a large one. Because Mashharder is there for the contest. Now Equalizer from the inside to make sure they don't and keep them away. That's 3. Now Liquid's 2-piece picked up and with the nade with the gun, and now 58-82. Cyclone are looking like they might get to that 100-point mark first.
85-point mark, sorry for CYC have it locked in, but now Mashharder, P4, about to expire, but the contest still very much there. The boys in yellow are strutting them down still. They can't make anybody whatsoever come to play here. That's 90 and 59. Only a 4-point, actually 3 points found since that last hill we were on, and CYC have held it down on their side. If you're Mashharder, you've got to somehow make this work, but again, the 100-point mark now, they are ridiculously close as they need to start making their way towards that next hill. Back to P1, where things all start, ironically, is where we're now headed back again here.
We were headed back indeed. That's Cyclone now 2 more points to the 100-point mark. Things are looking good for Cyclone. I mean, counting on how they started, it wasn't exactly the best. And so far, 64-99. Cyclone hits that 100-point mark first. 50 on that hill. They're making the most of it. Liquid's trying to take out what's more left of them. But now Nundi took his picked up. Phoenix now with the nade. Might throw it in. Yes, he does. Now Nundi with a sparrow in hand picks up 2 onto that P1. Mashharder trying to take back that hill, but Cyclone already above that 100-point mark, and the scorecard will increase even further by them taking the hill. But Class comes out with a claw, not able to find anyone. And the claw will be expired there. Cyclone 113, 68. Things are looking good for them, and they're just riding on that advantage right now. Class Force, Nundi Force seems to get taken out with a wall bang, and that's Liquid trying to fight anyone he can within his gunfight. That's 71, 118. Cyclone Esports riding on scraps, riding on the hill, riding on anything they can to widen the gap even more. We are seeing almost double the score lead here. Mashharder looks like things will start out in their favor, and they're starting to lose hold on the game. Liquid's now with the equalizer. Hopefully, what's left of the game, he can make the most of it now. Scraping the death machine, trying to zone them out, but no, he can't. Yeah, this is not looking good right now for Mashharder. They have lost control of the game. Danielo with the war machine trying to keep them out of the way, trying to keep them out of that hill. Now, we're gonna do a listening in right now for the Mashharder to know what's going on their end, the players' emotions, and the players' reactions to how they have lost control of this game. And guys, there is a lot of distress, I can tell you. There is a lot.
One more in the hill on the left. Oh, nice. Pinch.
Oh, dude.
Flash, nice. Watch your right.
They're going new. They're going too well. Go new. Get the scrap.
Well. I'm white. Go new. There might be one well. Leave well. There's one on the 80. Leave well.
Hey, bro, come man. One more out. He's laying flat on the ground.
One pass. I Vinex, push it with me.
Oh, one's playing defense, he spawned trap.
Nice. Get the time. Outer.
Listen in.
Bro, outer. Deep.
Lead.
Just jump in here. Contest.
Inna. Nice. Outer. We need to full 60 here. One spawn deep. Two top pads. Watch your back.
What's the flag?
I have grenade.
Sparrow one tap outer.
There's
One tap pass.
Stop.
Nice. Just play some. I'm going you. I'm going you.
There's 2 in the hill. I was 2 in the hill.
We can't allow them to get this much time.
There's one new.
One you dead. One P1 dead.
There's one P2. Nice.
One open. Watch open. Two open.
Nice, Chins. Nice.
Open. One's open too.
Check P2.
Okay, I'm pushing up open. Someone push Dave.
Oh no, boat, man, boat.
I'm holding you open.
Boat.
Okay, that was quite the test. We had 2 players there, and now Mashharder somehow things are starting to work for them. They take back the hill, 137, 176, and now 140, 176. Man, things are starting to look good for Mashharder. They started taking things control, and Cyclone are starting to lose their hold on the game. 149. We saw double the score lead, and now 24 points away from tying things up with Cyclone.
Again, wonderful listening there. Big shout out to production for sure. Did get a chance to look into the comms of the players of Mashharder, see what the chaos is like for them. Was that Mashharder Cyclone? But that was a Cyclone listening, I think. That was just Daniel's voice. But I saw Mashharder flag there. Production, can you confirm? Was that a CYC or Mashharder listening? I think it was CYC. I heard Danny's voice there. Not entirely sure. But again, we did get a chance to listen to the players and see what. Oh, that was Mashharder. All right, then. That was a Mashharder listening. We got a chance to go and see what the players were saying behind their comms. Clean. I think it was very, very quiet in my opinion, though. It wasn't that all heated up like I would expect to go in here. But again, the game on the other hand is very much heated up because my God, it's so close, and both teams kept going back and forth. And look at that Logan double pickup there on that hill, sending 2 players down to a respawn. And Mashharder still holding P1 though. Now they can get shot. But nobody got into the hardpoint for CYC. Logan has to go and do it himself there. Says, fine, I'll do it myself. And Mashharder, though, the lead is very much closed. The gap keeps closing. And eventually you need to start going towards that P2. Because that might be where we see things further get extended. And somebody might be able to go and close things off there. Who knows?
Who knows? Indeed, Cyclone do take things back to control now. 195. They are closer to that 200-point mark with the kill feed on blue. Mashharder will try to deny them. But how much more can they keep this away? Because Cyclone now closer to that target point more than they have been so far. And now 180, 196, 16 points score difference. Mashharder take back that hill. Sparrow to keep them out. Simsy trying to do what he can with the XM4 now. Smoke trying to keep them away. And now Mashharder 190, 5 more points there. Make that 4, make that 3. Mashharder have the hill and the kill feed on yellow, but it doesn't matter. They have the hill, and Mashharder tie things up again and get to that 200-point mark. Not yet. Cyclone will tie things up with them, but Mashharder will say no. They beat them to it first, and they take back the hill. 205, 206. They are there. The points are racking up. One machine on Phoenix to get them out of the hill and make sure they make the most out of it. 211, 212, 199. Cyclone Esports have lost a hold on scram time, and Mashharder are just riding on what's left.
21-24, Mashharder about to close things off. If you're a Cyclone, you've got to find a way to make it work. Can you find a way to make it work? You have to start going next up now. Look at that mini map. Who's going to get there first? The answer looks like it's going to be Cyclone again. They have the better spawn. Simsy on 37 though, and hopefully, man, they are able to hold that down. But 230, Mashharder, they did get there first, mind you, but they still break that hill somehow. Liquid's in there. Now they infiltrate the P3, and it's all blue on that kill feed. Cyclone, they've got to go head to head here and find a way to win this gunfight. But sorry for Screen Dixon, triple to clear them out in their own spawn. Liquid to Collizer might be exactly what they need to now close things off. Cyclone, the offset might come to play. They were the ATN team, but now TLS, but now they're getting put down. Mashharder, they go. Only 5 more points and not a single player inside for Cyclone. And Mashharder are going to win the very first Hardpoint game in the ABS against every odd possible. How?
Well, we did say the numbers don't lie. To be fair, in the stats wise, they had 100% win rate. Cyclone Esports had 100% win rate, 100% domination rate. But what we just saw right now on the Hardpoint and Hacienda, that was not 100% domination rate. That was Mashharder starting out well, losing at some point. We saw a double score lead, and now somehow they made their way through and made their way to the win. Man, so glad we had that listening. Big shout out to production. You saw how the players kept it cool in spite of what was going on and made sure they walked their way through to the win, man.
I mean, I'm still stunned. I did see that come into play. And again, on paper, very much close, but Cyclone a little bit further. We did talk about that extensively on the cast. And now somehow Mashharder just say, you know what? Forget paper, forget whatever you think. It's the gameplay itself that's going to tell on the map. And Hacienda, definitely much harder split choice here because my God, that was clean. The back and forth all the way through. Cyclone at some point actually had almost a double gap lead there, but somehow Mashharder closed that gap. They kept doing the back and forth thing. Eventually got the lead locked in, and we saw the final P3 where they did not rotate first. Cyclone had the better rotation almost throughout the game there. Mashharder were able to break the hill every single time, and Squid was a vital player on that end of that triple piece on their spawn. I mean, my God, look at that. 40 kills for Phoenix, 42 for Keanu. Look at the hardpoint time. Every single player, every single player on Mashharder's team above a 1 minute mark, with Keanu able to get 2 and 26, almost that 3 minute mark. Clean work as they are going to claim Hardpoint and Cyclone. Not the best start for them. They did fight hard, but unfortunately, just not even able to get to that 200 point mark. And my God, Mashharder have shown you that paper doesn't do the gaming. It's our hands and our fingers and our eyes and our call-outs and our mouth that actually go and get the winning and the 3 points for our team as they claim the very first map in a BO3 going to S&D on Meltdown.
Man, the stats don't matter when the realistic outcome says another thing, man. The stats don't matter. But then, hey, Keanu living up to the name, real life Keanu Reeves, CODM Keanu Reeves, the man 42 bump on his hand with a maximum impact. That is an impressive stats to go and see there for his side of Mashharder, of course. And well, I mean, we didn't get to see the best of Danielo. I'm looking forward to his performance though on the S&T. Hopefully, Meltdown, he comes around there and really show us why he's on the thumbnail. But still, hey, fingers crossed, we still got a chance. I mean, it's best of 3, right? 2 more maps, and we're gonna see how it goes for the control and for the S&D, man.
Yep, we're going to see what happens there. We're going to Search and Destroy, and it's going to be, of course, on the map Meltdown. Again, a map that we haven't really seen that much of in comps for the past couple of years, but now it's been introduced to comps, and again, it's S&D, one of the very standard S&D maps in the past, and it can be very tricky. There's a lot of corners to watch out for, and spots where you can literally rattle the way through. So, my God, if you're any of these teams, you have to be careful. But again, Mashharder have won Hardpoint. They now need to still 2-0 win. But if you're a Cyclone, I don't think that's something you want to let happen. You have to find a way to make sure that is not the case on this particular event and this particular day. I mean, to be fair, again, if you're Mashharder, that was I wouldn't say it's a shocking win for them because I'm sure they did their work, their practice, and that the result is as a, should I say their training as a reward for their training. But to us, the fans, the viewers here, the casters, myself, for sure, I'm very shocked. I wouldn't lie. I didn't really think it was going to be Mashharder win for the very first map. I didn't see that coming. Maybe map 2 and 3 would have been the comeback, something. But Hardpoint against Cyclone and they take that map, nah. That is a whole new level of genius there. Like he did say, at times the stats are not all that matter. They do matter for sure, but they're not all that matter. Paper does the token, but the game itself does the actual thing. You know, it gives you the actual score and the actual penta. Now we're going into Search and Destroy Meltdown, and if you're a Cyclone, you have to now watch your back very carefully because my God, Mashharder are coming and they are coming in hot.
I'll say this once and I won't say it again. Cyclone Esports, you have 100% dominance. The only way you can preserve that stat right now is to go for a control and to go control on standoff and an S&D on Meltdown and take it as a win. That's the only way you can preserve your win rate, preserve your domination, and go advanced from here against Mashharder. But man, if you're Mashharder, you may not have the stats in your favor against Cyclone Esports, but you can at least preserve your win and get more from them and potentially take out one of the beast teams in the APS. And of course, shout out to our sponsors, Our Sports Gaming, for bringing this amazing tournament here. Man, it has been something. I mean, we didn't get to see the game man did the whole DQ thing, but now we did get to see a game that was surprising. But then Mashharder, like you did say, they did work hard, and their hard work is starting to pay off.
Yep, hard work starts to pay off. All those countless hours of VOD watching and scrims and all that. Eventually, you start to see that pay off in the actual game itself. Priceless. And if you're MSH, you just seen that happen in real time. Quite the point. In real time, they somehow shut down Cyclone on the very first match itself. Very first official map played here. Because again, NATO Gaming it didn't really happen, but they did win 2-0. That's what mattered. They got 3 freaking points. And my God, I haven't seen this map be more than 10,000 years. I'm about to start crying. Meltdown, Search and Destroy. As we now make our way in here. If you're Mashharder, you've won Hardpoint. Can you close things off an S&D? If you're a Cyclone, can you force the first ever control game that either of you is going to be playing under the African Championship circuit? And of course, they are going to go pour wine to the ancestors as a lobby reset blesses us again.
This is us again. Can Cyclone Esports still do it? You know, one thing about a domination, 100% domination, right, is that you get to show us just how powerful your team is. It's not a overcoming, it's not a reversal. This is they call it domination, right? So you dominate here, maybe a 7-0, maybe a 7-1. Then we get to know. I mean, the stats are there. Show me why the stats are there. That's not what I've seen so far. We saw the Hardpoint. We saw something where we saw Cyclone Esports feeding on scraps, and then we saw Mashharder just taking the heels, and sometimes little hitches here and there, and they somehow Cyclone took the lead and just doubled the score lead immediately. It should have. Mashharder, you can't take Cyclone easy. You can't take it easy on these guys. You can't even take them for granted at any point in the game. You slack off, they double the score lead. That's exactly what happened in the Hardpoint. And now Mashharder said, oh yeah, Black, I just realized that. Thank you for bringing that to my notice. And they took things back, kept them out of the hill, and took the win in the Hardpoint. But still, S&D melts down. It's gonna go down here or never, because it's single elimination. Cyclone Esports, it's either you get it right here or you don't get it right at all.
Well, single elimination counter in a way. Again, you only get to play these guys once throughout the league. You have 8 matches, if I'm not mistaken. You only get to play these guys once, and then you never see them again. So if you lose, they're even eliminated from their memories. They won you. They're just better than you. And they can literally hold it against you till season 2 that they are better than you. It doesn't matter where you finish. Even if somehow you finish above them, it doesn't matter. I shall beat you, yes or no. I'm better than you. I don't care if you finish above me in the league. I don't even care if you won the league. I'm better than you, bro. I beat you fair and square. So that's, there's a lot of bragging rights here to be attained. And right now, if you're Mashharder, you are on a very good line, very, very good rope here to go and get the whole thing done. But now you have to do that on Search and Destroy, and it's got to be on Meltdown. If you're Cyclone, excellent players, excellent squad, arguably top 2 squads in the event as a whole. So, you have what it takes for sure. The names are there, the skill is there. Can you not put that in a team effort to shut down Mashharder and force our first control that either of these 2 teams are going to be playing in the African Championship second? As once again, we go into that beautiful Matt B role we haven't seen in over 3 years, maybe 2 actually. But again, Meltdown, Search and Destroy. Black Martha, take us away, bro.
Man, how much of an ego boost would it be if Mashharder actually makes this work? 100% domination rate. Yeah, we just put a dent on that. But still, hey, let's see how it goes. It's anybody's game at this point. Cyclone, hopefully your revenge game, and Mashharder, hopefully to tie things up. Oh, Danielo Phosphorus by 2 kill. That's a great person to pick up first. Keanu, the John Wick himself. We'll get that one. Now the bomb being planted, of course, by Keanu as well. No time to waste. Mashharder really getting things right now. 5v4 numbers are now in their favor.
Yep, so far they started really well. 4v5 Cyclone, Sprint takes out Simsy, Vital kill, not 3-4. Blado! Logan Star, oh my god! Clean, oh Jesus freaking Christ! Double for the sniper! Logan! Numbers are going to get back on par. 2-2 now is what we are. Logan goes in again. The splash there. C-Squid doesn't get the kills on. A little dance and shoes. V-Nex. 1v1. They might dance. The back shot finds him. Squid confirms the kill. Squid falls. And now it's a 1v1. Inside. He's going to make it work. There's no time to get that diffusion. V-Nex wants him to sleep. 1-0. Mashharder are going to get the very first round. And look at that replay from Logan's perspective. God, I'm big.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
That was an impressive snipe. Catches 2 prone, puts them down, and why did he go for the defuse there? Okay, hey. Cyclone Esports, hopefully things start to look. Oh, Godney claps, fights Nondi, and Danielo falls again early into the round, and now that's 2 members down. 5v3, and Mashharder have no surrender again. Simpsy catches 1 prone, almost gets a double, gets traded out by Keanu, and now the bomb being planted here. No time to waste. Liquid gets the bomb planted there, trying to find 1 inside, fights 2. Oh my god, what? How did he make it happen? And now 2v2, numbers are tied.
Again, we've been here before. Logan inside. Standing still, claps, watching that. You don't come through there. Oh, then, the back shot's epic. Confirms the kill. Now it's 1 more player. inside the last man standing. The new transfer, by the way, just joined Cyclone after the qualifiers. And can he make a name for himself? Yes. Sorry for the answer. Might be yes. 1-1. It's a 1v1 now. VMP fails him as Claps able to clap those chicks. 2-0. As we now make our way to around 3. And Mashharder are starting things off quite dominantly here. And again, the dominant score we saw from real time there, man. I mean, you guys might have been lying because Mashharder do seem to have a higher dominant score on the actual game itself. As 2-0 is where we currently are. And NATO going to get thrown again. Round 3, here we go.
Round 3 is going to be no god early kills this time around. That's going to be Keanu getting taken out. That's early. Simzi puts the man down. Now the bomb being planted. Liquid's not wasting any time. They have lost numbers advantage here. And now Danielo trying to find a value but gets taken out early. Claps will put him down. And now VNX trying to find the value there with the sniper. That's going to be Logan taking out. Squid puts him down. 3v4. Numbers advantage to Mashharder once more. They do have the numbers. The bomb has been planted, and now the Cyclone are gonna have to work on that defuse sometime. Nondi VMP weapon in hand almost finds the value. Sees VNX in the back, takes him out, and now Simsi Nondi finds a double. Squid and Claps will fall. 3. Defuse comes in, and Cyclone finally gets around for themselves.
Yep, finally they're gonna get around there. This is a nasty player. I don't know how nobody saw Nundi come through. The VMP just. He didn't really get that kill though. Help did come through, but he did get a nasty double piece and a very fast spray transfer as well to make that work. And now 2-1, 1-2 rather. CYC able to get their first round, and Mashharder now slow down on the bricks there. It's now we go to round 4 where again NATO gonna get thrown towards that Enoch Elysium, who's gonna get the first kill though. Ancestors not coming through. Logan sniper in hand, 3-kill mark, looking for the very first blood to get drawn out, and nobody has been put down. Phoenix as well with a sniper in hand, and a very slow round this time compared to the first 2 we just saw. As now they're both playing a little bit safer, just trying to make the whole thing work at their own paces. And now we see NATO still getting thrown. Liquid with the VMP in hand is inside below him, and of course confrontation comes to play inside with the very first kill, first blood drawn, and Cyclone has the advantage now in a 5v4.
5v4 it will be now. The bomb still not planted inside. Falls Phoenix. That's Claps for the Odin. That's Claps for the Odin. He finds one. Liquid sticks out Danielo. Danielo falls again. And now it's a 4v1. Logan on the Tundra, the sniper versus 3-4, whatever he can find out of there. It's a 1v4. The bomb being planted by Keanu. No time to waste. They know what Logan's sniper can do. You can't afford to take any risk with this guy. Takes some gunshot. That's the man taken out with a machine pistol. Logan and Liquid will put him down.
How did he even lose that gunfire? I don't think I can explain, but wow. It is what it is. Logan lost the gunfire then. Mashharder are going to get gifted one more round, and 3-1. 1-3 is where we currently are. And my God, Mashharder Gaming somehow are absolutely tearing up the books and saying, books don't matter, the gameplay does. Logan almost gets a double collateral there, but it doesn't really work out. And the boys in yellow are going to overextend them. They are not getting punished, are they? As they get a 1-for-1 trade there. That was a 4v4. Liquid, VMP in hand. Might go in, sees a kill. Oh, he does an inside. Takes a double for himself there. And now the boys in blue have numbers. It's a 4v1. Phoenix, last man standing with those nightmare words. No, the last one standing. Complete the mission. Can he make it work in a 1v4?
VNX is trying to find a value there. Nothing's coming through so far. The bomb not picked up, dropped towards that A side. And now seems he finds VNX. And that's the last hope of Mashharder taking out and the round going to Cyclone Esports. Man, one more round and it is tied for both teams. But Mashharder still have that lead there, man.
I mean, again, it's just like the same thing with Hardpoint, where one team kickstart things up so well, the other catches up with them, they start to go back and forth till eventually, oh, Logan with the collateral finally claims a double there. Look at the numbers in blue, claim lives, and it's only 2 final players standing out for Mashharder, and Danielo for. This kill fast now, numbers again back and forth. The final man standing, going to be VNX here. He has to defend the one really onslaught. Can he make it work in a very tight spot as Nundi puts him to sleep? And 3-3 things are tied up for the very first time in S&D on Meltdown as we now go to around 7. Put down, Jake.
Man, things are so not looking good right now. Mashharder started out well, 2 rounds taken, And now Cyclone Esports somehow have caught up and tied things up. And clubs commit suicide. That can't be good. VNex gets taken out with a coordinate from Nundi. And now it's a 5v3 situation. Bomb not planted. In Slogan gets taken out. Vital kill. Liquid falls. Gets traded out by Nundi. And another fall. Squid will fall. Nundi fights a 3-piece in this round alone. The bomb being planted. And it's a 4v1. And Logan, gonna fall now. So far, so good. Gonna find the value there. USS9 weapon in hand. It's a 3v1. Keanu, last man standing here. Last hope for Mashharder breaking out of this tie. If anyone can do it, it's gonna be the man. He was the best performance there in the hard point. And now walking towards, doesn't see anyone though. Man might run into someone, but not gets the first one. And of course, Keanu will pay the price. And the round taken by Cyclone Esports.
Man, Cyclone Gaming are back like they never left us. Now they're going to claim 3 back-to-back rounds there to go and claim that lead from 1-3. Now it's 4-3. And if you're Mashharder, can't be good. Got to find a way to make it work now. You've been dominant so far. Cyclone starts to catch up, and that cannot be a good thing on the books here. Snipers go in. VNex might have gotten a nasty pick there, but no, has to back it down. It's 4-3 again. Don't forget, 5v5. Nobody falling just yet. Cyclone is safe a little bit now. Nobody overextended whatsoever. Claps, the Odin in hand for him. Slogan picks out first blood. Keanu falls, vital kill. 5v4. Squid backs it down. There might be a flank coming through. I don't think so, but Simsy gets that read perfectly. Confirms the kill. And Cyclone have numbers family locked in. It's a 5v3. Oh, you don't pick a sniper twice. As VNex puts him down, but Trade finds him there as well. Liquid now for a chase. Maybe he goes in, confirms the player there, confirms the 1 kill. Trade finds him as well instantly. And now it's a 3v1. And Clam, the last man standing with the Odin. Can he make it work? Okay, Jesus Christ. 1v1. Ah, jinx there.
Jesus, what was that, man? What was that back shot?
I don't know. It happened too fast.
That back shot, man.
Went too fast.
That was crazy, man. The man didn't even get to see who was shooting him. And now 5v5, we get straight to round 9. Of course, the attacker side now being Cyclone Esports and Mashharder being the ones to defuse the bomb. Now numbers are tied there. They are taking things not really slow. The nades are gonna be thrown in. Nundi now. A pressure with the BMP. Sees the man, takes him down. That's 1 down. 4 more to go. But no, Liquids put him down before he wreaks havoc with that BMP. Now Danielo Keanu as well with the USS9. VNex finds Logan. Taking out Claps will fall as well. That's a 3v3. They're trying to take out more. Liquids with a VMP. Gets the kill first. And now 3v2. Mashharder trying to secure what's left of the round. 3v1. 1 member left. Danielo falls. Now it's Simsy, the last man standing, with the XM45G weapon in hand as well. Can he make it work? Can he preserve Cyclone streak in terms of rounds here? The bomb dropped, not picked up there by Cyclone. Simsy might run into someone soon. He sees the man, he knows they're there. They are positioning themselves, but then engages one. That's VNex. Sees the man's up top, but then another will run into him. Trying to flag the man. No! VNex will say not so fast and puts him down. Mashharder will take 1 round.
We said 4 back-to-back rounds of CYC. Now Mashharder finally get 1 round. I mean, it was long overdue. That's why I can say now 5-4. So now we go to round 10, where again, really very close game, back and forth all the way through. But if you're CYC, this is a very important game for you. You can't afford to lose this in D here. You can't afford to drop the map. You have to force to control, and that can only happen if you win out. Oh my God! Look at that kill fit go! Wow! Berserker is the one. It's Simsy now, the last man standing in a 1v4. Finds 1v3 now. It's gonna get thrown towards where the man is gonna be at, but he's watching that door. I know. VNex puts him down. 5-5. Things are back on par again, and Mashharder are not going down without a fight as they want to close things off here 2-0 on such and destroy meltdown.
I can't even tell how fast that round was, man. It was really, really quick. And of course, we get straight into round 11, where match points round it will be Keanu force first. That cannot be good. Now numbers advantage. Cyclone Esports. Bomb picked up, not planted just yet. Danielo, I run into someone soon. Clash will fall. Nundi picks him up. And that's 3 members down just like that. 5v3. Bomb planted. No time to waste. And that's another taking out 1 member left. Liquid's the last man standing inside. Puts him out of his misery. And it's match point round. for Cyclone Esports.
Man, 6-5. And Cyclone just one round away now from forcing that map 3 for the very first time again, having the control played by these two teams in their African Championship circuit careers. We haven't seen either of them play control yet. Are we going to see it finally today? Again, 5v5, 6-5 here, round 12 loads in. Who's going to get the first kill? Squid does. First not drawn, Squid falls. Danny puts him down. Now it's a 4v4. Tim's back in equal numbers here. Keanu, he markers found, not the kill. Danny finds the kill for a finish. And oh, Danny Yellow confirms a double. He's going to get back shots. Phoenix finds him there. And now it's a 3v2. Wash Yellow don't have numbers anymore. Make that one final play. And of course he falls. And Cyclone are going to get the very fast control map forced as they take S&D and tie things up 1-1. 7-5 is your score line. A standoff control now is going to be our very first time seeing control in the African Championship circuit among these 8 teams that qualify for the ABS. Wow.
That is true. That is facts right there, man. This is the first time we get to see control on standoff. And now, the one team that actually made it happen was Cyclone Gaming. And don't forget, this team, stat-wise, on paper, like Carl would say, they do look good. They do look really, really good. Not just good, they do look really good. 100% domination rate, 100% win rate. Number of wins tied up with Mashharder. And of course, looking at the stats of the game they just played as well, we are seeing a 160 impact on Simsy, 13 bomb. Nunde and Insight, 11 bomb on their side. And on the other side, Claps with 9 and 123 impact. You can tell that Simsy carried hard in his team.
I mean, 30. Nunde also very close to it. Nunde, a very standout player in the past. Came back in the scene last year. Didn't have the best 2025 season. But 2026, I mean, look at the numbers already speaking for themselves. And he's back like he never left. He's back at the SMG. The SMG God was the name we used to call him back then. I mean, it sounds like 1942, man. Damn. But he's back now, guys, and he's killing it so far. From Mashharder, though, again, solid game, solid start. At one point, it was 1-3, and then they just let their hands off the accelerating machine. And unfortunately, Cyclone took advantage, and of course, they just went all out, and they've claimed S&D now. Things are back square, 1-1, tiebreaker matchup now on control. Standoff is where we have to get our decider for who's going to be getting the 2 points here. Because for sure, one team's going to get 1 point. Either MSH or Cyclone, one is going to go home with 1 point, and one is going to go home with 2 points. But who's that going to be? They have to win standoff control. Now, if you're Mashharder, solid respawn Hardpoint, that's the end. Now, can you bring that same energy to a standoff control? If you're Cyclone, the reverse sweep is all you need to come to pass now. You've won S&D. Can you win control for a full-on reverse sweep and just show again why you were the more dominant team on paper here?
Well, you said it, man. I do hope Mashharder somehow realizes that they have lost their map advantage. Because right now, the S&D on Meltdown has been taken by Cyclone Esports. So both teams now are tied up. Control, 3 rounds, maybe more, depending on how it's played. Back to back, it's going to be. You can tell Mashharder, the resilient team so far, they are going to want to fight hard to finish what they started. And Cyclone Esports are going to fight to preserve their win rate. And of course, the control is going to start there on standoff, numbers back and forth, live count, being lost, but still tied here. 28-28. One takes time to count here for the captures. That Cyclone Esports and the defenders starting to do a good job, but then look at the double capture on the A flag. One tick already locked in here. That's 25-25. The live count still tied, but things are starting to look good on that A flag for Cyclone Esports.
Yeah, so far 23-23, lives to close. Very much evenly paired up again on control. The skill level not too far apart as we start things off here again. The A flag, one tick locked in, about to get a double maybe, but Mashharder are not letting that happen. They're not letting Cyclone anywhere out of their spawn. That's a very important factor to go look out for now as the boys in blue are dominating that kill fit eventually, finally, at 21v18, a 3 life count in the advantage here. V-Nex, some point hand still. There's a player in the hard point, or rather close outside it, but again gets shot down. Seems he takes a kill for himself there. Time on the clock, 40 and counting down very fast. But now Cyclone finally able to get their foot on the A flag and start to get the capture. And now 2 ticks locked in. Mashharder have to go and stop them eventually.
They have to start it eventually, that's for sure. 5. They do have time. But somebody's gonna still step on that capture. for that third tick to be locked in. Of course, they almost get it locked in there. Numbers back and forth, and the life counts there not in favor of Cyclone Esports. They are trying their best. The timer is starting to count out against them. 15-8. Mashharder doing a great job defending both their flags. The A flag, one tick left for Cyclone Esports to get it in. 15-7. The life counts now more than double the number advantage for Mashharder. And also Liquid 2-4. Numbers back and forth. V-Nex, he can't with that exit 4 is gonna fall. Now Liquid finds Simsy. V-Nex falls as well. Inside takes him down. 12-5. Life counts not close. Double, still double, more than double the number, but the objective A has been finally taken by Cyclone. But I gotta ask, at what cost?
11v3 so far. Cyclone Gaming don't have any more lives. At what cost? Vital question, Black. Only 2 more players. And it might be a GG for the very first round. Simsy now in the 1v10. Finds a kill there. 1v9. Can he make it work? I wouldn't say yes, but I mean, it's totally out of the picture. We have seen clutches happen like that. Think of a player, Viper, back in the EU section back then, got a 1v13. So if anybody can do it in Africa, it has to be a man like Simsy, but of course, the glaze unwarranted. She's going to get shot down there. And Mashharder are going to get the very first round. They start things off well as usual, but now can they finish as they started? As 30v30, we go into round 2. If you're Cyclone Gaming now, you have got to find a way back here.
We're gonna find a way back here. War Machine from V-Nex. He is trying his best to hit them at their spawn point, but it doesn't seem to be having a lot of luck there. Nundi inside falls. V-Nex falls as well. Death Machine comes out to play. Hey, Squid! My goodness. He will try to find numbers. That's a 2-piece picked up. Mashharder. They do have 1 round locked in. They do have the life card advantage class with the bread fights too. Logan and Danielo vital kills the foul. Now Squid trying to support the man inside, gets him taken down, and Mashharder had dominating control. They have the life card advantage. No tick locked in for Cyclone Esports. Doing a good job defending Liquids now with the equalizer. Every operator skills put out to play for Mashharder. Triple goal picked up for Liquids, and things are looking really good for Mashharder.
So far, so good. That's the work. 25-17. Mashharder have it locked in. They have life count. They have the A flag almost completely captured here. Just one more ticket is going to be theirs, and I think they're going to get it now. Liquid says, oh my god, the man was caught lacking heavily, and he's going to get put down to sleep. And 23v12, double the lives now. This is so not good. If you're a Cyclone, the question asked is, what exactly is happening? You've lost the A flag, and now all roads are leading to B with 1 tick locked in already for the boys in blue, and 2 more ticks to go, and it might be all theirs. I have got no idea. This is not the CYC team I saw on paper, and the dominant score not working out. But now Danny goes in, War Machine, punch and double. They might still be able to make it work. Simsy finds 1 there, and the life count's getting closer and closer. Simsy claims a double. The B flag capture does not come through. 13v6 now, 7 life gap. Make that 6, as the back and forth is still there, and Cyclone are still standing.
Cyclone are still standing, but how longer can they stand, man? You gotta ask yourself that question. There's only 2 players left now. Squid with the VMP takes out 1. Now 1 left. What can Insights do against 11 players of Mashharder? No will be the answer. Liquids put him out of his misery before the question was answered, and that's 2 back-to-back rounds taken by Mashharder. If anything can happen right now for Cyclone Esports, it'll be the greatest reverse sweep of history, man.
Oh, that's can't see loads in. If anything can happen, it's got to be now for Cyclone. Again, on the paper, much stronger. The game itself says a different story entirely. Hello, Seb. Where are you? Squid finds. Oh my god! Finds a triple there. Look at finds 1. Logan comes through now with that Annihilator, finds a double. The back and forth still there, but Mashharder are perpetrating a spawn trap. But I don't think it's going to work here, as Logan is shredding through them. Finds a triple now. Might get 4. Yes, he does. And now a reverse spawn trap comes through for the man marker there. Almost gets 5, but Squid puts him down. And the damage has already been done, though. But now they are back equal on par in terms of lives. 23 and 22, 22 and 21. A flag, 1 tick locked in. Cyclone also going for that B flag, but they're not going to let go there. And so far, so freaking good. It's 20 and 20. There's no more time on that clock. Listen in. Let's go for a listen in
Time
on the
that
Cyclone
clock,
team.
indeed.
I'm trying to go back, Ali.
But I'm going to dip, I'm going to dip.
I'm flanking.
One more week on top. He's just taking it.
Statue.
Gunny, get your gunny.
Lemon.
Two broken. The rest in the spawn. Wanna be.
One piece.
They got me in spawn. They're all sitting spawn. Logan's reconnecting.
One tap, bro. Oh my god, that's elite.
No, one's sitting in the farm. He's sitting in the corner farm.
Clone our spawn, bro. Clone our spawn.
Don't feed code.
Oh, one statue. We went back broken.
I got naded.
Got some gunnies dead.
Oh no, back alley, being gas. No.
Okay, he's one dead.
Things are starting to not look good at all. Mashharder looks like this round might be staggering for them. Life counts are close though to 5-5. Life counts are tied. And so far so good. 5v5, make that 4v3. Things are starting to change out. The suspense is building up. Mashharder, they don't have the numbers advantage, but then it's close. It's really close. It's a 4v3. Maybe an SND mimicry here, but still, Phoenix is there. Liquid is there. Keanu is there. They do have good players on ground right now. For Cyclone Esports, who will make the first move? The nade does go in. Danielo trying to find the value, but Keanu gets put down, not even a two-piece, and one member left. And Cyclone might have just sealed their place for this round. And yes, they do finally a round taken by Cyclone Esports with control on standoff.
Yeah, they finally get around there. That's exactly what they needed. A moment of brilliance. They finally found that. Can they now continue to probably force around five rather? Possibly maybe even force things in their way here. 3-1, War Machine. Danielo now finds one. Nundi goes in, finds a Sparrow kill, but Squid fights and puts him down there. Not the best Sparrow out usage, but it did find one, so vital kill still. 27 and 28. Cyclone have numbers locked in by one life count. They have to defend those flags. That's one thing that's sort of put into account here. If you're much harder, you've got to get an A and B flag capture eventually with 59 on that clock and counting down very fast. And Cyclone somehow are dominating the gunfight department now, and much harder going to start once again. But are they about to go and choke? The answer hopefully has to be a no. But if you're Cyclone, it's got to be a yes here. As 22 and 24 is the life count, and 44 on that clock with not a single tick by Mashharder Esports.
No, it's so good take. Things are not looking good right now. They have lost the life count advantage. They don't have it right now. They don't have any tick locked in. Cyclone are doing a great job when it comes to defense, and hopefully this is not a domino effect, because Nundi is wreaking havoc with a BMP. 4 kills found, and right now on a streak, make that 5. Nundi being that thorn in their flesh and taking out what's left of their life counts right now. Liquid finally puts him down. Seems he gets shot down as well. That's a 2-piece picked up by Liquid, and now 16-8. A double life count advantage for Cyclone Esports is the situation, man.
We're running out of lives.
Man, so far, again, this has just been one of those games where with the back and forth, it's only 4 more players, no time on the clock, and Cyclone are going to indeed force around 5. And again, the reverse sweep looking like it's going to happen, not just for SN, not just for one map, but I mean, not just for the map of control itself, but for the whole game. Because if they win control, they did get the 2 points, and Mashharder, who started things off in Hardpoint so freaking strong, unfortunately going to end up with only 1 point. But my God, this is it, guys. This is the actual tiebreaker in the tiebreaker. As now, who is going to win the next round? Yeah, this is it. All for glory, all for nothing. As they go through, Lundi finds a double, Danny finds one. Oh my God, the spawn trap inside equalizer, vital timing. This might work, and look at the life count start to dwindle as Cyclone are going to get it on lockdown. 28 and 25. The Andy invested. Logan goes through that broken wall, finds the kill. Phoenix falls, and 21-26. Reds are gonna go insane. So far, Cyclone are making it work. The dreams are coming to pass, and Mashharder are somehow choking black.
They are choking, man. Things are not looking good right now. 23-17. The live counts, they are keeping them even from coming out. What the heck? Cyclone Esports are absolutely locked in and are making sure this ends in their favor, because why shouldn't it? They should preserve their 100% win rate. They should preserve their 100% domination rate. And that seems a pick and two from the corner. And 11-21. Then live count advantage. Cyclone Esports, they're there. Daniela through the smoke. The war machine with the nade. Speed finds a two-piece. They're trying to still control what's left of the game, but no tick locked in. Phoenix, the war machine trying to wreak havoc. 10-15. Live cards are starting to drop. The live cards are starting to drop. What is going on? Cyclone Esports 10-13. The war machine from Phoenix starting to do justice. One tick locked in. Nearly a two tick on the A flag. Start Cyclone Esports. Hopefully, this is not what I'm thinking.
It might be 8-13, 7 now, live count, very much depleted. The A flat capture, 2 ticks locked in, make that 3, now they do get it. But if you're Cyclone still, you have the live count locked in by 5, can still make it work. Claw, Class, has to find a way now to break it for them. Can they still find a way to not let that reversal come to pass? As now they've got to get the B flag, 1 and 10 on that clock. Claw still there, finds one more kill. A spawn trap might be effective, 6v10. The trade finds him, puts him down, 5v10. Double the lives now of Cyclone Esports and Mashharder Gaming. Can they still make it work? Only 4 more lives, no more respawns. This is a no man's land, and they still going. Liquid 27. My God, look at that time. 50 on the clock, and even the boys of Cyclone, you can definitely make it work. Danny finds one more kill. Liquid gets put down. Keanu has to go through the ground. There's a player waiting there for him. He might go through top. Simpsy goes and finds him still, and one final player. It's all down to Squid in a 1v9. Finds a kill. Can he still make it work? But the answer is going to be a freaking no. Cyclone Gaming are back, and they are back in a reverse sweep style.
Jesus Christ, the reverse sweep of a lifetime, man. What a way to make an entrance in the African Pro Series. 100% domination rates preserved, 100% win rates preserved. And right now, Cyclone Gaming have never lost a match. That is official, man. The stats don't lie. The performance, rather, we were starting to get scared at some point in the Hardpoint. Also, at some point in the S&D, but Cyclone Esports says, nah, I'd win. And that's exactly what they did. They might have scared me a little bit, but still, hey, it's still there. Mashharder, though, we can't exactly write them off so quickly. We got to give props to these guys. They did give Cyclone Esports a run for their money. And look at the stats here. 193 on Simsy impact, 39 bomb on Simsy, with Squid being the only person coming close there. 30 bomb on his head, 139 impact on Claps. Man, you gotta give props to Cyclone Gaming. They really fought hard.
Yeah, I just threw a shade at Ghana. Well, we're not gonna elaborate on that, but you guys get the point. Ghana, much harder. I mean, my God, started things off so well. Won the hard point. S&D fought a little bit there. We saw them start 2 back-to-back rounds on control, and surely we said, me and Seb, our tier list has become bad, and I was about to yap Seb and yap myself. Unfortunately, fortunately maybe, because our tier list stands and Cyclone show why they are better on paper, as they claim 3 back-to-back control rounds and put down Mashharder in grand freaking style. I don't know what the hell that was and how you get that choke, but I mean, God, wow. Wow was the word. A Cyclone are going to get their very first win in the African Pro Series. 2-1, not a 3-point perfect count, but I mean 2 points locked in the bag for them, and currently not number 1 in the league, because NATO did get a 3-point due to that 2-0. So they are currently number 2 in the league up until we see our next 2 games back.
Yep, NATO currently on top, and of course next to follow Cyclone Gaming. And then we do have our Mashharder there. They do have 1 point. The points are split, so that's 2-1 there. Of course, 3-2-1. Why are they going alphabetically here? Well, hey, if it works, it works. But still, the hard points looked really good. The S&D, well, Mashharder started to slack at some point, and we saw some situations where, they made some moves, they made some decisions that were counterproductive, and Cyclone Esports rolled on that. And then we get to the control where Mashharder looked really good. First round taken, second round taken, third round, the dominoes started to fall, and then the cascading effects from there just became something out of control and ended up choking the whole thing and ended it into 1 outcome. So unfortunately, Mashharder cannot say I don't beat you.
I mean, to be fair, they can't. That was a very good reference point because I really thought that was something that they would be able to brag about or even finish a boy Cyclone. But yeah, unfortunately, it's not going to happen. And I can't beat you. I didn't beat you. I don't know what the what is going to be like now. Crazy stuff. But Cyclone, on the other hand, the bragging rights are there. Till the next season, they can proudly say, Mashharder, we are better than you over and over and over again. And no soul for Mashharder can actually argue that because it's there on our screen. It's on YouTube, on different TikTok streams. It's everywhere, man. The clips are going to get farmed as well. So, I mean, crazy game. Cyclone, again, but take nothing away from Mashharder, guys. Take nothing away from Mashharder. They fought hard. They were brilliant because on paper, to be fair, I didn't even think they were going to go this long or this far, but they showed Cyclone what a true contest, a true matchup looked like. And this would have been their win. Somehow they choked it, but ultimately, much harder. They came, they saw, they almost conquered, but unfortunately, almost does not win you the actual points in the African Pro Series. As Cyclone are going to be your very first official winners due to merit, not DQs, in the African Pro Series as we go on.
Man, I really wish you could have seen Trinity played, man. I really wanted to see that match. I was looking forward to it, but unfortunately, we did not get to see it. But we did get to see Mashharder tie things out, of course, for fighting hard against Cyclone Gaming. And that match was worth my wait. It was worth the watch because Cyclone Gaming pulled off a reverse sweep of a lifetime. And man, they fight to preserve everything, their reputation, their stats, the gameplay, and their position on that league board. And right now, third match is what we're going to be streaming next. And of course, man, I got to give up to Mashharder, man. Those guys tried. You can tell they really wanted it. They showed it in their gameplay. They showed it in their coordination. They showed it in their call-outs. I mean, we did have the listening in there where we saw how the players were really composed in spite of what was happening. In spite of during the hard point, we saw a situation where they were double the score difference. They still maintained their cool. They showed it in their call-outs. So yeah, those guys really wanted to win. But like you said, almost is not enough.
Yeah, almost is not enough. Sad truth, but again, wonderful gameplay from both sides. Both teams fought hard. Cyclone just wanted a little bit better, a little bit more. Standout player, Simsy, even Logan at one point was lagging a lot. Logan kept lagging. Even the listen-ins, you could hear when Danny was calling out the fact that Logan was lagging in the listen-ins. But towards the end of that control game, Logan picked up form and still somehow was able to, dominate through that lag. But again, vital game for them. Cyclone now are through to their next match day with a 2-point on the table for themselves. Well, if you're much harder, all the hard work, you got 1 point. So, I mean, that's still something. You didn't go home with 0 points like Trinity 911. So, you did get 1 point to show for it. So, going to match day 2, you're still somewhere above a team. But again, wonderful game so far. Now we're going into one of our most banger games of the evening. A lot of predictions have already been made on chat. I don't want to go and talk about it now till the actual game starts. But again, PDX and Eclipse is going to be our next game. But again, this is the African Pro Series league phase of the African Championship circuit, brought to you by ASG Call of Duty Mobile. It's your boy Carl with the one and only Black Matter, and when we're back, it's going to be the next game. Don't go anywhere. Hi guys. Hello.
Hi, everybody.
This is my
Hi, everybody.
This is my 17. Wait. She yeah. Oh, she's at the yeah. This is her, guys. This is my 17-year-old daughter, Sumi. A lot of you don't know her. I've been hiding her from all of you in the community, but I want to come out now and tell you guys about my daughter. Hello, child. Tell them.
For the record, I am not 17. What the hell are you talking about, man? When was this conversation had? I am not 17. Holy shit. Please, before they'll ban the live, please, you be coming down with the things that you say. You come down with the things that you will say.
Welcome in.
Thank
Again,
you.
well, we've had an amazing game one. Because, well, I wouldn't say amazing game one. We had an amazing game two. Game one did not happen. Game two, amazing banger of a matchup there. Now we're going to a game three where, of course, Eclipse and PDX, and you can see both of them have played 3 games in the qualifiers, and they both did not drop a single map or a single game whatsoever. They both have 100% win rates. They have both 100% dominance rates. They're looking so good. But on paper, though, on a different sheet of paper, there's a whole different story being told. But again, look at the maps we're playing here. So we're playing combined Hardpoint, Slum, Search and Destroy, and Raid Control for these 2 teams.
Crazy. I don't think I've ever played Hardpoint in Combine or Search and Destroy in Slum. So this is like going to be a very interesting watch for me.
Definitely, it's going to be one for me as well. I mean, I don't play ranked that much. I think I'm in your shoes as well. I don't play ranked MP that much. Well, I'm playing shipments, grinding my camels. What is my business in Combine, bro? I have casted the game a couple of times, so I'm very sure, not just me, but a lot of the viewers as well are very conversant to this map. And of course, the pro players, they're all playing this game. They know this map like the back of their palm. So it's going to be very, very, should I say, neck and neck map where, there's so many different angles. It's a very small but huge map in a way because it might be small, but there's so many places you can actually come out from, so many spawns there. So, well, these 2 teams, again, on paper right now, according to the stats we just saw pulled out there from the qualifiers of the APS, they are both on equal level. But on a different sheet of paper that we cannot see, PDX are far above Eclipse Gaming in terms of skill level. But if you're Eclipse Gaming, though, I mean, you have what you qualify to the APS, you have what it takes to go all the way. So this is just another mountain you have to climb. You have to shut down PDX, find a way to do it, and you have to start things off on combined Hardpoint as we go into the beautiful map bureau, Siri.
I mean, that is one way to say that you're an MP bot, but I mean, go off, dude. But yeah, but who knows? I mean, Eclipse Gaming could literally play the exact same way. Like the game could go the same way. It could start the same way as the last game did with Cyclone. And is it Mash what, please?
Mashharder.
Yeah, it could start the same way as them because we also did not think that the game was going to start that way. So we could I'm just excited to see how Eclipse Gaming is going to play. What if they turn the tables this time? We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. That's something I want to see personally. I want to see tables being turned. Eclipse Gaming, again, very solid team, no doubt whatsoever. But again, look at that P1 toy for starts. Eclipse are going to be getting the Hardpoint time racked up and PDX starting things off slow. And exactly what you did just say, tables might be turned, but not for too long. It's now PDX going to get that sweep out. As it's now their Hardpoint, but they need to start going towards that P2. And look at that mini map, who's going to get there first. Player number 5 already with dating towards P2. And, actually, I take that back. PDX are already there. And if you're Eclipse Gaming, though, you don't have the lead anymore. And it doesn't look like you're going for that next steal first to me.
Look at how number 5 is... Oh, my God, he just got killed. And DAD, oh my God, wait, what's going on? I can't even keep up because everything is happening so fast. Okay, it seems to me like Paradox is starting to get their head into the game now. Okay, now it's going the way that you have expected it to go. So it's not, okay, it's not as surprising as I thought anymore. It's not surprising as I thought anymore. It's looking like Paradox. Eclipse Gaming is about to collect on some crazy levels right now. But I mean, the game is just starting and they still have a chance. They could still make a comeback.
Definitely can make a comeback, no doubt. But 40 and 13, like you did say, PDX is starting to look very good, and they are starting things off very perfectly well as they are finding value after value on that kill. Look at that kill for now. It's all blue. Sparrow comes to play, finds a vital kill, perfect timing, gets a hit marker there. Does not really get the kill though, but now Spawns haven't flipped out. The Pred able to get that vital kill, and Paradox Esports once again all making value look like nothing. As Crab Time is still locked in, but now ECL shot them out, but there's still Mantra there. Xavier's War Machine to finish the kill, confirms the 1 kill for the man. Cruel comes and claims a double. Eclipse Gaming still fighting and standing strong. The last 5 on Scrap are going to be theirs, but now you need to go towards that P3. Look at that mini map. Every single player for PDX has rotated and positioned for that next kill.
Holy shit. They have moved into the next Hardpoint right now. It's clear to me that Paradox is trying their hardest to hold this points right now. They're trying to hold this points, but it's not really like a sweaty game. Eclipse Gaming is trying so hard to penetrate into this point now, but it is not looking good for them. They are holding the points from every angle, and they're just dying as they attempt to get into this place. How crazy is this, Carl?
Again, if you're Eclipse Gaming, like you did rightly say, they need to find a way to break the hill, and PDX are not letting that happen. They're shutting them down every chance they get. Look at the kill fit, totally blue, with a single shot of yellow now, but I think I jinxed that, as Eclipse Gaming are going to go and break that hill with 7 Ken, comes through, finds a kill, Trade finds him, puts him down, ECL finally starting to rack Hardpoint value, 77 and 41, and again, the game is not as far as I thought. It is quite close, and if you're a PDX right now, Eclipse Gaming are kind of giving you a hard time, a hard run for your money here, at 87 and 41, double the lead goers. Now we start to go towards P4, the open hill, where there's so many angles, 3 roads to come in through, and you have to watch every single one of them, but you have 5 flash. This route here, as now we go to a P4. PDX still very much on that lead, down in the medium map there to do that smoke, find to kill, might get a double with a punching glow from down. Down's fine to kill, but that's not going to be that. Actually, yes, it is that. Claims a double with the punching glove, Mike Tyson style. And again, the PDX is going to get that P4. They've locked it down almost the 100-point mark. And if you're Eclipse Gaming, well, you have got to wake up now.
This is about a 30-point lead with Paradox on 90-something and Eclipse still on 46, struggling to get even a breather in this point. They can't even capture the point. They can't get in. They are trying so hard to penetrate from every angle, but Paradox is holding every single angle. And Eclipse Gaming, they are just sweating so hard to get into this place. What is happening? Oh my God.
What is happening? Good question. I wouldn't know myself, but I mean, if you're a PDX, that doesn't matter. Everything is going your way right now, and that's exactly what you want. And I guess the YT chat calling my attention to something. PDX Darox might be going a punching gloves only thing again. I'm hoping not, because bro, I might use your head though. My FPL points, use your head. I don't know what Darks is doing. Okay, now the gun is actually being used. Thank God that. He's going to get above that 20 kill mark. And 124-47 is PDX so far. They're all doing very good. They've got to be locked in. Back to P1. It's going to be totally theirs. And if you're Eclipse Gaming, you've got to find a way now to break that hell on P1, where you are being dominated from every angle possible. And like one of my best casters out there, Eugene Abu would say, this might be BDSM. This is so enough.
Holy shit. They've only gone up by 1 point in the last 5 minutes. Eclipse Gaming are not even getting a chance to step foot into the point right now. Paradox is holding from every single angle. Eclipse Gaming, what are you going to do about this?
I want to know as well, what are they going to do? Hopefully they do something. 157 and 47, and sorry for our PDX. Charisma goes in, double equalizer kill, make that 3 on the kill finish, still going. Oh my God, it's all blue. And mind you, Eclipse Gaming not able to get any time whatsoever on that P1. Only 1 second accounted for on P1. As now we need to go to P2. And if you're a PDX, so far, so freaking good. And I mean, they're going to get P2 first as well. If you're Eclipse Gaming now, can you break the hill? Can you make any value works whatsoever? But now let's go in for a quick listen in with the Eclipse Gaming team from Nigeria. What are they saying in that call?
I'm watching on P1 though. I'm watching on P1 though. What's left side? Left side. Left side, guys. Sound. Well, I'm sound.
Left side. Pushing.
Test down.
There.
Bumpy one side, guys. Bumpy one side.
One more.
There's one guy. There's one guy. Guys, contest him.
Let's take everything. One machine.
One machine there. There's only one person. One more person. Contest him. Nice. There's a guy top.
Rocks on that rock, Valerio, for you. That rock.
There's a guy on rock. Nice. Push up. I spawned the guy.
Boiler room. Nice. I'm coming for you.
This guy boiler room.
There. Small room.
One my point. Fence. Enter.
Small. There's one small. That's one.
Top there. Need.
I want you on left side. Boiler.
One boiler.
I go top. Top there. They have the.
Wow, I don't know what the callouts were, man. Those were really, I wouldn't say too fast. Very much, I mean, for the fact that they've got this amount of score gap between them, and they're playing so calm and so collected. Wonderful callouts being given as well. They're not, throwing out words, being very professional, very respectful to their teammates. Wow, big shots to ECR there. But again, look at the scoreline to me: 205, 105, almost over 100-point gap. And if you're Eclipse Gaming, you have to start making up for that deficit soon. At least Syria might have lost her there. But again, PDX 210. If you're Eclipse Gaming, not a good look for you. But call again with that. Sparrow comes in and finds a double. 7 puts him down. Xavier's war machine. And Eclipse Gaming, able to get above the 100-point mark. And now they're starting to look alive. The score streaks, the operator skills, everything are working perfectly for them. But your double kill with the claw, I think I spoke too soon. Watching that main entrance to that. Might get another one, make that 3. And Eclipse Gaming is still trying to contest that hill to the very last moment before we go back to a P1. And they are still there, aren't they? Thrash is going to get thrown. Crow with a double got nade, finds it, and push 2 players out through the smoke. And once again, Eclipse Gaming are still holding the ground. And if you're PDX and men, it's starting to let Eclipse Gaming start to get a little bit of momentum. Might be punishable eventually, so now we start to go back to a P1.
Very obvious now that Eclipse Gaming is finally starting to get some momentum. Will they manage to get into the next point and hold it? And it's looking to me like Paradox has finally gotten a hold on the next point, and Eclipse Gaming are wrestling and they're struggling to get into this next point. Whatever will they do? Because at this point, it's looking like the game is already over.
I think it is, but again, if you're Eclipse, you started to look alive again. Maybe somehow, somewhere, they might be able to go and break that 200-point barrier. Maybe not get the win, but if they break 200, that's why it's something against the #1 ranked team in Africa right now. On paper, they haven't really, done anything to go and deserve that ranking. But the players per se have already done that because they did represent Africa in the World Champs for sure. And that now pulling out the Dark Star with the punching glove takes a double down there. And the Eclipse Gaming are going to get that scarf time locked in. Now we're going back to a P2. And look at that mini round. Who's going to get there first? The answer it's going to be PDX, but Eclipse Gaming can still get that break. They don't have ops to work with, so I don't think they can. As PDX now with 1 war machine popped out and 239 on that hardpoint mark, this might be where we close things off in their favor here.
It looks to me like they are not going to be able to pass this 100-point mark. They cannot pass this point because Paradox is holding. It's holding, and it's just a few points left for this game to be over.
Few points. Make that 5. Make that 4 now. Make that 3. Eclipse Gaming can't find any value whatsoever anymore as they are going to get put down. And Paradox Esports are going to get their very first win in style above 100-point gap there. 250, 145, 105-point gap. But again, I'm going to come out and say this, yeah? I don't care what anybody says. Eclipse Gaming fought hard. And on paper, the scoreline might not have been this close for a lot of you. But Eclipse Gaming showed that they have what it takes to actually drag out the game a little bit there. And well, SMG is a whole different game mode. It's a lot more slower. So if you're a PDX, you might have to be worried. But, well, I'm not sure they have to be worried exactly, Shao, but, give me Eclipse a little bit of hope there, man.
I mean, honestly, for me, I like to give everybody a benefit of the doubt. I still think that Eclipse has what it takes to at least get something in the next game, that is search and destroy. But I think they put up such a fight in this Hardpoint game. I mean, look at the stat board. They put up such a huge fight, because for them to at least make it to enter inside that point, because at least it got to a point in that game where I lost hope. I was like, what is going on? They cannot even get into this point. But look at how they were able to go into the point, and they managed to hold, even if it was just 1 or 2 points for a few seconds, they still managed to make a difference for their team.
Yeah, no doubt. They did make a difference. Again, I did say the score would have been considerably lower on a lot of people's playbooks out here. But Eclipse Gaming did show that they have what it takes to fight hard. And 145, quite the scoreline there. Not the best. I'm not overglazing it now saying, oh, they did top-notch well. But still, they fought hard against a team like PDX. And now they're going to S&D. And I just have to give a call out, a shout out to all the viewers on stream. We had 342 people watching the stream on YouTube alone. How much more all the TikTok streams that are out there? Wow. Big shout out to all of you that have been sharing out the stream links. 342. This has to be the highest. Not the highest number on YT, but one of the highest so far, on the YT platform for CODM Africa. Not on TikTok, chat. We've had a lot more on TikTok, but yeah, now we're going to storm, snatch, and destroy. And if you're a PDX, I mean, you've won the very first map. Yeah, you just need to win map 2. Once again, asserting your dominance as the #1 team in Africa, not just by the org name, but as well the players who did go to Stage 5 champs last year for Africa. So, I mean, if you're Eclipse Gaming, though, the only one of the 3 Nigerian teams that made it here to the African Pro Series main league, all you have to do now is find a way to shut down the giant of Africa, literally. Can you do it in S&D? Because you've lost Hardpoint. S&D has to be where you get that redemption you so badly need. So.
I think that Eclipse Gaming will put up a really huge fight for this next one. I am still hopeful, Lou. I am still hopeful for my Nigerian brothers. They better make a comeback, because at this point, forget it. I think I'm going to be biased here. Eclipse Gaming better come back with a huger fight, because Search and Destroy is not as intense as Hardpoint. I mean, for me anyway. But we'll see.
It's a lot slower. It's a lot slower. I think I agree with you on that one. It's a lot slower gameplay. There's no score streaks, no operator skills. You do have tacticals to work with, though. You do have smokes and all that, but that's it. And then it's all going to come down to strategy, being able to go and think on your feet, and of course the gun skill department. Those are things that are going to make a huge difference here. And if it comes to the gun skill, again, I don't like to be the caster who is all straight up harsh, but the fact is PDX have better gun skill, they have better strategy by a mile when it comes to anything S&D. But if you're Eclipse Gaming, though, again, we saw them on Hardpoint, flawless. They did their best, and going into such a destroy a game mode where things are going to be played a lot slower. This is the one map where I think if they work hard enough, if they've done their assignments, done their training, done their VOD watching and practice, they might be able to force a map 3 here and take S&D off of PDX. But they have to be absolutely flawless if that's going to happen, because PDX are not going to sit back and watch them take S&D.
Honestly, I don't think so either, because it is for me, the only thing that matters to me in S&D is the positioning. They have to have a very well organized positioning for both attacking and defending, and that is the only way that they can be able to meet up. I mean, on the stat board, they have equal stats. Although you say that there is some other paper that says otherwise, but on the stat board, for me, it is equal. So equal rights, equal fights. I mean, they can easily be on par with each other. Eclipse Gaming just has to get their head in the game and have proper positioning for this game, because that's the only way that they can put in.
Yeah, now we can start things off finally. PDX, Eclipse Gaming, Search and Destroy. It's going to be on slums where Jared leaves literally. It's now Nate going to get thrown. 5v5. Darox with a perfect nade there, hopefully. But it's a full 5-man push. 7 again finds one. Darox with a nasty nade. And look at the flank come through. Retro over extended there. Darox has the info call down. He's not going to get the kill though. Eclipse Gaming and numbers are tied up 3v3. And somehow this might be working, Shumi.
How will they attack this map now? This is crazy. This is where oh my god, I've never played in this map before. Where does the bomb even go? And oh my god, it has turned into a 1v1. Who is going to take the win? And oh my god, the game is over. Paradox takes this one. It is crazy. I mean, this is how we expected it to start anyway, so I'm not really that surprised. But what will Eclipse Gaming do to come back and at least come back from this mistake they just made because they need to do better. They need to rearrange themselves. They need to find out what it is that they're doing wrong so that they can make corrections.
I mean, again, in my opinion, though, they had a really, I wouldn't say bad start there. You know, we saw them, a full 5-point push was that A-bomb. It worked out, kind of. But
yeah,
3v3 eventually they started to fall apart. But I think they're doing that again. For PDX this time, get the info. Eyor takes 2 down. Xavier did take 2 down as well. The back and forth trades come through, and now again it's a 3v2. PDX have numbers, and now one final player standing is going to be Cruel, and he's all the way back in spawn left to clutch a 1v3. And if anybody can, it's got to be that man. But no, with that sniping, how do you miss that shot? 1v3, finds the first kill, might get a double. The melee fails him. Darok shuts him down, and Paradox Esports 2 back-to-back rounds. If you're Eclipse Gaming now, this is where you start to get in trouble if you don't wake up.
They really need to wake up at this point. They need to find a way to read between the setup that Paradox has and try to fight in between that to get a victory in the next round.
They have to. Charisma nade, Retro nade, the battle of the nades going through. Retro takes. Oh, Retro takes! Jesus Christ! Retro takes out 3 players in one foul swoop, and 7-Ken, the last man standing, shuts him down though. Now 1v3. Bomb has him planted. He's got to look at the fuse come to play now. 7-Ken sniper. Can he do it? If anybody can, it's got to be this man as well. Sniper in hand. Also a pistol locked in for him. He's got to find a way to clutch it. The bomb is down at B. Very bad spore. He's going to have to circle that back. Show the boys in yellow now. You have numbers heavily. You can make it work. Time with the clock, 20 and counting down very freaking fast. Xavier and Valerio now, 1 prone, 1 standing still, waiting for hope. And now Xavier put 7Ken down, and the Nigerian Eclipse Gaming finally get their first round. And they say, they say BDX, if you can do it, we can do it too. And now we go to round 4 here, so
very obvious that they've finally started to get around to the setup that Paradox has, to their arrangement and how they plan to set themselves up to plant the bomb. They have everything in their hands right now, and it's very obvious that there is going to be, I'm quite hopeful, I'm still hopeful. They look like they're about to make a comeback, but we'll see. And they are starting to fall down like flies. They are falling like flies. They are falling like flies. Oh my god. This is so anticlimactic, but not really though. Not really though.
I mean, very fast round. They didn't even let me talk there. Round 4 just went by like a flash, and now we're going to round 5 here. And if you're a PDX, well, again, you've got to be locked in. It's 3-1, and Eclipse Gaming on. Oh, should I say back foot? That's it. That's the word. But they have to catch up soon. Cruel, Jesus Christ! A single pixel would have done the assignment there. That takes 1. Valerio takes 1, and numbers are locked in now. This might be where they turn things around. If you're PDX, I think I spoke to some Detroit 4s, and now it's a 3v4 here soon.
It's a 3v4, and now it's a 4v2, and it's looking like Eclipse Gaming is about to make that comeback that I was talking about. Let's freaking go!
Freaking go. I mean, the Nigerians maybe heard Sumi there and got a little, maybe bit of encouragement, but to be fair, I'm going to put them down now. PDX, how far? Wake up, let's go. And now we're going to around 6, and so far, so good. Things are going to start to look off again. Snipers are going to be there. Started the marksman rifle, the Type 63. Mind you, the name is the Deadly Botany, and it is Deadly, boy. I think I jinxed it there, as usual, Carl. Shut up. Daryl claims the double, almost claims 3 ball. Look at the strength come to play. But somehow, Eclipse Gaming are going to win that round.
I mean, don't play.
And I said, if there's any round, if there's any map they can win,
don't play. Don't play. You see what I was talking about? If they just find a way to predict exactly how Paradox is playing, this is an easy win. And they just have to continue the way they have started now. It looks to me like the team has gotten a flow around this before a switch in position and a switch in how they're going to be attacking and defending. It looks to me like they have a flow, but they have lost that flow quite quickly. Oh my God. Oh, that was a very, very close one. That was a very, very close one, but there was no way. There is no way. There is no way he would have clutched that. He almost did. That was really close. That was really close. I commode cap. I commode cap for that was really close.
Well, I think you jinxed it now, didn't you? Sumi had to go and talk, and look at that kill feed go all blue.
Oh my
That guy's a
God.
double. They're gonna put him down there as well. Now, Crew once again, the last man standing. This boy, we have to go and check his BP after the game because why? He always the last man standing. It's a 3v1. Crew now, sniper in hand, all the way back and spawn, all alone. It's got to make it work. 7 Ken making that move, and Crew might see him. Back shot. He doesn't spot him. And they're gonna
What
play
the
him
hell?
around. Nobody found. Crew, sniper in hand, does not get that kill. See 7 again, puts him down first. And 5-3, Paradox, 2 back-to-back rounds as they are now 2 rounds away from closing things off here on such
Another round just went by like a breeze. What is the Eclipse Gaming playing? Come on now. You know that Carl is going to be very happy if my ticket cuts in this game. Carl, what is Eclipse Gaming doing? My goodness, they're all just falling down like flies. 1 second they have gotten the hang of it, and the next second they are falling. What is happening?
So not good. Again, 2 more players make that equal level footing. 2v2. That's charisma somewhere. 7 Ken there as well. Retro and Crew. Again, Crew is of course there. It's always Crew. Why always Crew, guys? The 2v2. Dark's now trying to get the ball put down. Retro falls. And again, Crew is the last man standing. They could not release his way now. 1v1. Finds a nasty quick scope there. Now it's a 1v1. It's your Darox. If anybody can get the clutch, it's going to be that man. And Crew, wrong angle.
Oh,
Darox
no.
Darox does not fight him. Darox is again trying to do the trolling thing, but he's got a nade now. Maybe he can find the value. I don't think so. Crew leaves that bomb side. Nate's going to get wasted. Again, look at the time on the clock. The fuse might be coming to play. Darox, Cool is there. They're going to dance, and Darox is just using the man to dance now. What the hell, Darox?
Seems to me like Darox is trying to buy time by playing in Crow's face so that he's not able to defuse this bomb. And I think that is a very nice strategy. And it looks to me like they have lost this round.
What the hell, Darox?
I mean, that was a very good play. I have to give it to him. That was a very good play. That was a very, very good play. He practically just used him to buy time. And I think that was a very impressive. It shows his game sense.
I mean, first of all, did you see what Darks did there?
Yes, I did.
So he knew he had to go for that defuse. So he was like, start defusing, bro. I'm watching you. And Crew had no choice but to just keep defusing, hoping Darks was going to make a mistake there. But the punching glove said, nope, I'm Mike Tyson. I'll put you down. And of course, the game ended. 7K with a nasty double towards the end of that round. Paradox Gaming once again show you why they are the #1 team in Africa. At this point, they might have not merited it yet, but I don't care what anybody says, man. They are the #1 in Africa, clearing through, and I'll see you guys on the next game.
Damn. And just like that, my ticket has cut. Carl, I hope you're happy with yourself.
I'm so happy, man. I'm like, this is the happiest day of my life. I feel like I just got married. Damn.
But I mean, well, it was expected from Paradox because they have been on their A game from the beginning of this series till this point. So I think it is to be expected from them.
It is to be expected. To be fair, on paper, stronger. On gameplay, come on. I mean, it's PDX, man. We saw them in the Xylon Cup a couple days back. Come on, we know what these guys are capable of against NA teams or even NA servers. So in Africa, I don't think anybody's on their level quite yet. But well, that's what this event is for. We're going to be looking forward to seeing somebody shutting down PDX. But so far, it is not going to be Eclipse. And this is the only time Eclipse Gaming are going to be able to face PDX, and they've lost it 2-0. But again, you can't deny the fact that they held their ground. 11 kills from Xavier. And I carry Coco for my team. Coco, wallahi, wherever you are, wallahi, that boy is in my team. I did not play the game out though, bro. Ah, God. Anyways, guys, it is what it is. Xavier on the 11 kill mark, 7 for that. Everybody else falling short of that mark. And PDX once again just show why they're better than everybody else. Yo somehow did go in neg, and he's on my team as well. I not do again, man. I not do fantasy again, bro. I not do. I give up.
What is surprising to me is how Cruel is bottom fragging, but he was always the last man standing. That is what is just that is just what is surprising me right now. Because I would have honestly just expected that he would at least be like at the top. But he is literally bottom fragging when he's always the last person to die, and he's always getting such massive, like huge clutches right before his downfall. He is getting amazing clutches. So it's just very surprising. Like, how do you get 6 kills and you are clutching 1v4s, 1v3s? It's insane.
To be honest, at this point, I'm very angry, guys, because I have Coco in my team, I have Ayo in my team, and they're not playing like that. They are playing like it's the first time they play Condemn in their life. Is it the first time they play Condemn? They don't have phone, they don't have data. What is that? I am crashing now because they are in my team, literally, and Coco did not even play at all. It's not even appear. He went to go and marry a woman. I don't know. Oh God. Oh God. Guys,
I can't say I feel your pain. I can't say I feel your pain. I don't. In fact, I am drinking up your tears right now with joy.
It is what it is. But you know, this was a very short cast. If I'm not mistaken, that game was only 30 minutes.
Honestly, this is the fastest game I've ever watched in my life. Hardpoint and Search and Destroy in less than how many minutes? That is crazy stuff.
It happened way too fast. But again, you have to give it to Eclipse, man. They fought hard. It wasn't a brush off, in my opinion. It wasn't a brush off. They actually threw punches there, and they actually made it a worthwhile event for PDX. Well, PDX again braced through, and now we're looking forward to see what they're going to do in match day 2. But yeah, we are not through for match day 1. We have one final game, and this is a derby in Nigeria, guys. A Nigerian derby between CR7 and Hunt Nonagon. The last time these two met on, should I say on high stakes, was in the Deca Cup CODM Season 5. And we all know how that ended. So CR7 are looking for revenge. Nonagon are looking to tell them why they are currently the #1 team in Nigeria somehow. But yeah, we are going to be going on a very short break. And when we come back, it's going to be our final game of the evening. Don't go anywhere. See you soon.
Hello everyone, Black Mata is back. So someone requested for me on the channel, of course. I am back, and this time around, it's the final game for tonight. But Sumi, how you feeling? You just give us a very exciting game. We saw Eclipse, we saw PDX play, and that was an impressive game. I did watch it myself. I stayed for the game, and I mean, it was an impressive game. PDX, of course, still showed dominance, and Eclipse Gaming tried so hard, but it just wasn't there. And now we have Hunt Nona Guns. And we also have Sirius Sierra 7, which formerly they were called Sierra 7. Now they are Sirius Sierra 7. We did see these two teams play in the LAN, the Deca LAN last year that happened in Lagos. And I was there. I casted that game, right? But now we see these two teams. I casted that game and we saw these two teams clash. And I'm curious. I want to know what's going to happen. But do you have any thoughts so far on these teams?
Honestly, so far, I just want to watch and have fun. I just want to see what they're going to play. I think that Nonagon is going to play really well because I've watched them. Like, I'm more familiar with them. I've watched them. And I also think that Sierra 7 is also an extremely strong team. So I'm just excited to see what's going to play out now.
I am excited as well. We are seeing the maps here. It's Hardpoint on takeoff. And I think get to see the rest production, of course. Jerry, nice one, no. Jerry, if you can hear me, nice one, no. Yeah, thank you very much, man. I'm sorry, I take back what I said. Such a destroyer on firing range, raid on control. And man, this is best of 3. But you did say None Guns are the bad team. You said they did play well. And can I take it that you're actually rooting for them here?
Well, I mean, I don't want to pick any sides right now because the last game, Eclipse Gaming, kind of disappointed. So I'm just going to be neutral on this one.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. It is.
Yeah.
It is how it's supposed to be. But now we look at the area view of the map takeoff on Hardpoint, and of course, this is a map that both teams must have played against before. But I don't know. I want to call this a revenge game, but then I don't want to call it a revenge game because it's a different tournament and it's a different series. Yes, the African Pro Series. It's game 1, map 1. For Series 07 versus Nona Guns, the gunfights have started and things are looking really good for Series 07.
Yes, it is. And currently, I can't even tell who is holding the point so far. Okay, it looks like Sirix is the one that's holding the point right now. And Hunt Nonagon is trying to get into the point. And it seems they're struggling. And the scores are currently 11-0. What is Hunt Nonagon doing? Okay, they finally gotten into the point, but they have been thrown right back out. And it looks like the struggle is becoming heavier.
The struggle, as Nigerians like myself would say, and the bread comes in Fadi fights 1, Inoko Wu 4. That's 23-3. None Guns, not a great start, but then that's scrap times in favor of Series 07, and they are making the most of it. 29-3, the lead is there, but None Guns are not even fighting for scraps at this point. The next hill will be what they will count on as they will rotate their first. But look at the way things are going. The lead, Series 7 have it.
I think that it is way better for Hunt Nonagon to push the next point now, and it looks like they have. But how will they hold this point now before Sierra 7 gets into the point and steals it from them? Will they manage to hold it and try to equalize now, or will they allow Sierra 7 to take it? I mean, what do you think is going to happen here now?
I think they're gonna take it because that's obviously what's going on, and of course, Hunt Nona Guns are quick to ride on that advantage now, trying to keep the boys of Series 07 away from there while trying to tie the lead and potentially take things back into control here. Live Fadi fights numbers. That's a 2-piece on VMP for life as well. 36-28. Series 07 take back the hill and they take back the lead, trying to double the number. That's the kill feed on Blue and Hearts with the XM4 fights 3. That is triple kill for Hearts.
They were so close to equalizing that, and they still managed to let Sierra 7 steal this point now. It seems to me like if it's the best thing they can do now is to rush on to the next point. And I see that number 1 from Hunt Nonagon has already moved on to the next point now.
Moving on to the next point will be what's going to happen here. 59-28. The hill will reopen, and of course, Series 07 will not be the ones there. Hunt none of us have rotated first. The team that wants to hunt, the teams that want it more, is gonna be the one to take that hill. Now contest gonna come through back and forth. Hunt none of us on their hill. Virus with the equalizer. Predator is coming out to play. Fighting there. One machine and live with a claw to mow them down. But live gets a triple kill on the claw. Series 07 breakout. Clear the hill and take those points.
Just imagine after they managed to rush to the next point and hold it, they still let CR7 to steal it out of their hands. It looks to me like this game already has an end, but let's still watch and see what goes on because the game is just starting and anything can happen.
I do like that mystery you did involve there. Anything can happen. We did see Hunt Nonogons contest and somehow lose that contest. Now the scrap time still being contested, but the next thing is where they're gonna rotate too early, and now they will be there. Qfeed up blue. Virus the tube is fighting as well. That's live picking up Yuki as well to clear the hill, and Series 07 are waiting to get to that 100-point mark. Yes, they do. Tempest from Hacks trying to keep them out. It's the Vortex on Hacks rather trying to keep them out. Now numbers back and forth, numbers picked up by Hacks. Greatjoy falls, Buddy falls, Yuki falls, Virus falls. So far so good. They have passed the 100-point mark and Hunt Nonogons are keeping up.
Are you sure they are keeping up? Because this is looking very different. Because honestly, one person holding the next points from 5 players and none of them being able to penetrate from just one player holding the point is insane. But it looks to me like Hunt Nonagon has managed to get a hold of the point and they are holding from every angle. And I hope that they're able to stop them from going in. It looks to me they're protecting it well.
Yeah, we did have our opinions here. But so far so good. We're gonna go for a listen for Series 7 to know what's going on their end.
Scarf, top scarf.
There's three of them by blue. Three of them by blue.
Go by blue. One is top 2. I go on top 2. One more top 2. One is scarf.
Yo, one ticket, 2 ticket, top red and tickets.
No, point. Go.
Yeah, one is ticket. Double is that now.
I go on from blue. Point is dead.
I'm spawning scarf. Yeah, one is top scarf.
Top scarf.
One going ATM. One top scarf. One more double chest.
One ticket. Go ticket.
Yo, one red. Four red.
One is Zenith.
Come on, bottom red side.
Push off.
One top.
One in the corner. One
stairs.
Yo, one double stairs.
Keep on.
Somebody new. They are new. I got two.
Nice one.
I got one.
I'm trying to stop from double team.
2 deep, 1 ATM. One more deep.
Nice.
Yeah, pion. Guys, one pion. Coming bottom team.
They still have deep, guys.
I'm playing.
Nice. Oh, bottom team, one stop.
He's dead. One machine gun.
Dead.
Let's push up. Stadium.
Wow, my goodness. That was a lot from the players there. From Series 07, the boys really just giving note of the position of the players to respawn, who's respawning, who's not, who gets taken down. And you can tell Series 07 coordinating themselves that way, keeping their head calm despite what's going on. None of them is trying to give them a run for their money, but the scrap time still in their favor of Series 7, and they are picking up numbers. Actually, except for who pick up more, but the scrap time they do manage to get what's left of it. But the contest still stayed there. Sumi, it's looking like a back and forth. One of us are still trying their best here.
They really are, because I honestly didn't think that it would go higher than the 100-point mark, but it looks to me like they are trying their hardest, and the game is still not over yet. They are just halfway there, or more than halfway there, and it looks to me like Hunt Nonagon nobody is able to hold the point yet. Everybody's still fighting to get a positioning, and it looks to me like Hunt Nonagon has gotten a hold on the point, but for how long before Series 7 gets to intercept it now?
For how long indeed? Devilman equalizer gets taken down. The two piece picked up before that though, and now Hunt Nonogons. They have the hill. They're trying to keep them out. Pro. That's one down, maybe to make that 2, or maybe a triple. But then 163, 128, hunting on the gun, still have the hill. That gonna keep the boys of Series 7 out of there, but they don't forget taking down Yuki Devilman falls, and that's the VMP on 4G, only picking up 1. The scrap times is Series 7 favor, and it looks like hunting on the guns may have to go for that second hill because this scrap is definitely not given to them by Series 7.
Just a 4-point mark now, 40 points mark now. They have already come so far. There's just a little bit of fight. They just need to have a little more fight in them. Hot Nonagon I'm talking about. For them to be able to get this point back, and it looks to me like they're holding the next point. Will they equalize, or will Syria 7 come and steal this point from them again? But it looks to me like they're doing quite well in the same point.
My goodness, the Claw picks up a triple kill. You can tell that the boys of Nonogons are still hunting. The hill is still in their favor. And now we rotate there. Pro, one machine trying to clear out that hill, finds life. Maybe a double 40 UK falls. That's Devuma picking up Fadi. Hawks falls as well. Nonogons finally losing that hill there to Series 7. Their effort is as paid off. Life finds 1. That's the Claw. Life finds 2. Greatjoy gets taken out. Death Machine able to pick up any more there. Life finds 3. Paying with that Death Machine goes in. Gonna go for a damage there. The Vortex is there. The Vortex is there. Watch out! Payne is gonna fall. Pro takes him out, and now Fadi trains him in. Yuki finds a 2-piece. Pyro finds Yuki 207. Above the 200-point mark. They are now closer than ever to the target point. Yeah, we're going in for a listening for hunting on the guns. They are close. Series 7 is close, but let's see how the boys are reacting right now.
Dead. I need chance to use my left machine. How they come?
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, there's somebody capping blue. There's somebody capping blue.
One on points.
I got me.
2. One is around bottom scaffold. It's flashed.
Boarded. Got it, pass. Hey,
Yo,
top scat.
Dead.
Two from my side.
See, red, right side, not blue side,
bottom scaffold side.
Contest, no green. Contest, I'm going.
I'm going to top Peter.
Top scat. Middle.
Bottom scarf.
I killed him.
Go.
Top scaffold. He jumped down. The point. I killed him.
There's one bottom. Great on you.
There's someone top. Great on you.
Going. They have one match. Hey, they have one machine.
2 point.
We need double top.
I have my claw. No, there's one double stairs. No, I don't die. There's one on the left side.
Fuck.
Wow, that was pretty intense from the boys of Nonogons. They show some level of insistence and some level of disappointment. Of course, in the end, only one person can take hard points. Only one team can take hard points, and that team was Series 7. And it's a best of 3, so well, there's a chance for a reverse sweep like we did see Cyclone Esports do to me, but right now things are looking good for Series 7.
It really is, but I have to give it to Hunter Nonagon for how organized and calm they were amidst everything that was happening in that point, amidst how Sierra 7 continuously stole each point from their grasp with every second that they tried, every ounce of strength they had in them to hold every point. Sierra 7 was trying to collect it from them, but I love how calm and collected they were in their call outs. They were not yelling, there was no disorganization. They were very calm, and I have to give that to them.
Yeah, you're making a very good point there. They were very calm, they were very collected, in spite of the scores, in spite of the gameplay, in spite of everything that was going on right now. We had the call out, we had the listening in. It was convincing that these players were not panicking at all. But now looking at the stats of the aftermatch here, we're seeing 138 impact on Yuki, 35 bomb, 38, of course, 4G leading by example, 38 bomb there. And on the other side, Hacks with a 197 impact and 60 bomb. Jesus.
Almost.
That is a lot.
That is honestly a lot. That is almost half of what the MVP for Hunt Nonagon has. That is almost half of Yuki's points. That is almost half of Yuki's kills, and that is impressive.
Yep, that is impressive. That is very impressive, and man, you can tell that Hunt Nonagons did not come to play as well. I mean, every member of Hunt Nonagons, aside Devilman, which obviously I don't know what happened on his end, because usually he's supposed to be the one that goes all out, with his equalizer. I don't know what's happening today, but hey, 28 bomb isn't so bad either. But no time wasted. We get straight into the S&D, and hopefully Hunt Nonagons do better, because this is where they can start their reverse sweep if they intend to. Obviously, they will intend to, but if they want any chance of taking this game from Series 07. And now the sides are flipped. Hunt Nonagons are now the blue side, and Series 07 are now the yellow side. Of course, we get straight to the S&D game 1.
Always, like I say, positioning in search and destroy is what matters the most, and how the other team manages to retaliate in line with the arrangement that the other team has.
Yeah, that's 4 members down just like that. What it starts to a round 1. Hunt Nonagons are really not holding back. Why should they? This is their chance for a reverse sweep, and now Hacks, last man standing, machine pistol, fights a kill, OG falls, vital kill, and now the man has the bomb in hand, trying to find another value there. But you know one thing about this map, there's a wallbang chance. Hacks has to be careful with his movement here, and of course, Inoku will find him first, and that will settle out. Hunt Nonagons will take round 1.
It's not by who draws first blood. Let's see what happens in round 2. I am still hopeful for CR7, and I'm rooting for them in this next round. I am so for real right now. CR7, let's see what they have in store for us.
Let's see what they have in store for them. But like you said, it's not by who draws first blood. It's by who eventually takes the game. And now, 5v5 numbers are still... Oh, bro! Jumpies, what the hell? Bro! Takes out 3! Type System 3 to the rescue, and the man will draw the numbers away from Series 07 Hunt Nonagons. What is going on? And all that are clear. Devilman finds the last kill. Pain will fall. And look at that replay. Absolute masterpiece with the Type System 3. Pro taking out 3 just like that.
Bro. Oh my god, that was the quickest round I have watched in a long time. Because imagine one person taking out 3 players at once. That is a huge difference.
That is a huge difference indeed. Fadi has a sniper kill. Picked up Yuki now. 4v5. Fadi! Almost a wall bang, but doesn't come true. But then numbers are still preserved here for Series 07. They're trying to make this one work. Devilman finds life. Life gets traded out. And now Virus finds Devilman. It's a 1v4. Bombs getting planted. You can tell Series 07 don't want to take chances. 1 man left, but they know what Fadi can do with that sniper.
Looks to me like they have found a way around the setup that Hunt Nonagon has. But let us see. Looks to me like Hunt Nonagon has lost this round.
It's starting to look like that now, isn't it? Bro, Types is a 3 weapon in hand. The man is deadly with that weapon. If anyone can make that pass, it's the man. Bro! Hacks! Beats him to it. Turns out Luke staying prone was the advantageous position to walk in, and the man finds him first. Bro, well, to be fair, he did do his best. There's a limit to what one man can do in a team.
Yes, but I have to give it to that. That was a very good position. He really predicted his movement very well to have positioned himself in a way where he was able to get Pro down.
Yeah. Pro now, Wallbang finds paint. That's 3 still doing the magic for the man. And that's Yuki taking down 4v5. Numbers are still preserved, but no, as I speak, I will jinx it. Fadi finds great joy. Hacks will fall as well. Pirates trace out Devilman. And that's 2v3 now. 4G, wanna go for a 4G, still missing out, and Life finds Pro. Now it's a 3v1, 007. 4G wants to go for that wall bang. There's a chance for that wall bang, but the man is just keeping out and holding out here.
It looks to me like he's trying to rotate and find another position in order to retaliate.
No, to retaliate. Retaliate is the word. Hopefully he is able to. It's gonna be the clutch of the S&D needed for Series 07 to end things. I got back shots. Fadi fights 4G unaware. The man was caught, and he takes him down just like that. Round 5 is where we get into.
And just like that, they have equalized the match. It looks to me like they have started to predict the movement and the rotation that Hot Nonagon has. It looks to me like they've started to finally understand how they rotate and how they play their game. And that is exactly how they're going to win this match. But let's see. If Hot Nonagon is going to find a way to regroup and change how they attack, maybe, just maybe, they might have a chance.
Maybe it's a great way to put it. I like the fact that things can always change when it comes to the S&D, but Pro fights one. That's great joy fighting another one member left hacks. The man who made the clutch the last time against Pro, can he make the clutch in a 1v4? Highly unlikely, but still, yeah, highly unlikely, like I said. But still, Hacks somehow finds one. Pro will fall, vital kill. The woman's still there, 4G's still there, Great Joy still there. 1v3. The numbers are there for Hunt Nonogons. Can they hunt Hacks down?
But I still love how he's positioning himself properly and he's not going to rush. He's going to try his very best. And, oh no, he was not able to get that shot in. Let us see. It's now a 2v1. Will Hacks clutch this?
Will he clutch this? He heard the lady. She's curious. And Hacks is there to settle her curiosity. But then the man might run into him. Oh, Great Joy doesn't waste a second. Puts him down and said, you've done enough. Now sit down. This round's for Hunt Nonogons as they will break out of that tie.
Looks to me like they have still not been able to get around the rotation that Hot Nonagon has. But hopefully when they switch how they attack and defend, maybe they will make a comeback here.
Just maybe. Just maybe will be the word. But then, looking at the way things have been going for Series 07, it started out well. And Nonogons, that's two found. Bane finds Pro, Yuki finds a 2-piece, Life and Virus falls. Now 4v2 is where we are. That's Bane, Wobang, 4G finds him. Now, Fadi, last man standing without Thundra. And the man knows that it's him against 4 members of Nonogons. Almost everyone there. That's a slide through. Fadi, he knows the man is there. Sees the man, but the touch and burn does not work. And the man about to get back shotted, about to get shot in. And Yuki will finally put him out of his place.
This is really insane. Okay, now that they're switching sides, maybe there's going to be a comeback here. Maybe there will be a comeback here because I do not want a situation where the team that I am rooting for again disappoints.
For the last 3 rounds, we've actually had, more TDMs. They just go full on TDMs, neglecting whether the bomb is planted or not, and just go full on attack mode here, both teams. And now the sides have been switched. I want to see if they will actually prioritize the bomb this time around.
Let's just see. Let's see. I want to see how Hunt Nonagon plans to attack because it seems to me like Series 7 loves to go head on, and that did not work for them at all.
Now the bomb is planted. Great Joy is showing me that black, we can actually plant the bomb. We didn't forget it was there. We just didn't want to do it. And of course, the smoke now runs out. Now they somehow have to make that one system man there live from a distance. VMP will not make it work. The kill is not found. He knows they are there. He knows Yuki is there. Patience, trigger discipline will count in situations like this. That's Virus taking out Yuki. Yuki gets straight out. Devilman falls. Virus takes him out. And of course, numbers will be found. Pro gets taken out as well. That's Virus and Pain finding Great Joy. Now 3v1. Somehow numbers are flipped and the diffuse coming through for Pain. 4G, not so fast. I know you want to be like Darox, but no, you can't do that here.
My God, and I love that. I love how it is very, very obvious that they are better in defending than attacking.
Yeah, but did you see what 4G did there, though? He tried to run in with the gloves. I mean, he could have gone with the gun, but he tried to run in with the gloves. He wanted to pull that Darox move that we saw there.
Yes.
He just wasn't fast enough. I mean, sometimes it's good to be, to just do your own thing, man. Sometimes it's good to do your own thing. But still, let's hope that was an original from him. 5v5, numbers are still tied. We get straight into round 8. And the bomb is still not planted. Devilman tried for a long shot there, but doesn't seem to take anyone out. Now he goes for the nade shot. And of course, 5v5, they are still trying to play shy here. Yeah, things are looking good right now for both teams. They are preserving their numbers to me. Five v 5. Things are looking good right now. Number still preserved. Pain falls. Now Yuki finds Pain. That's one down. 5v4 is still there. The numbers are still there for Nano Guns. They can break out of this round. They can make this round work. But Series 07 also, they still have numbers to clutch. They can still make it work. One numbers down does not mean the round is gone. That's Fadi trying to go for a wall bang. Can he make the wall bang work though? Is the question. Because he will need it to. Now live, Yebi, opening hand, that's Fadi. He does make it work. Great Joy picked up. That's a 2-piece. That's a 3-piece. You know, pro picked up. Live fights Devilman. And now it's a 4v1. Somehow, 4G, last man standing.
Looks to me like they took their time this time. They didn't try to rush head on into attack. Neither did the defenders rush either. And just like that, it has been equalized.
Just like that. Remember that there's no overtime here, Kisumi. So even if they do get to 6, there's no overtime. Only one person can take it. And Nano Guns better not let 07 do it, because that's going to be it for this game.
Oh, they better. They better, because I am putting everything I have into Series 7's game right now.
That sounds like you're really confident about that team, even though they are the ones doing the defuse here. And of course, we have been seeing very scary plays from Fatih with the snipers. And that's starting to, be what's making those marks to me.
It's very clear that now they're all trying to attack and defend with a cooler head. Nobody's trying to rush in. Everybody's trying to take their time to make better decisions. And that is impressive from both teams.
Yeah. That is really impressive. Oh, Fadi! Snipes 40. You pick, you die. And that's exactly one tap, touch, and burn. 5v4. Now the master was, hey, Virus! Only able to fight one, Pro puts him down. Not today, man. That's 5v3. Make that 3v2. Make that 3v1. Fadi still doing numbers here. And one member left. It's Devilman. Can he make the clutch? And so, 3v1. These are looking good. And, Series 07 looks like they might break it out. That's Devilman there. Falls. And yeah, Series 07 did take that round. So.
Yes, that was kind of expected. It was only one man left with 3 people waiting for him to simply mistakenly peek out for his demise.
Peek out.
Just like that.
Just like that. That's no other way to put it. Just like that. 5v5. And it might be match points for Series 07, but Devilman makes a wrong move, and that's Hacks making him pay for it, but it gets straight up by Yuki. Now 4v4, make that 4, make like 3v3, numbers falling left and right. Yuki gets straight up, Pay finds Great Joy, 3v2, Series 07 still having the numbers advantage in spite of that engagement to me.
I just love how CR7 has taken the lead now. It looks to me like the odds are in their favor. And now it's a 3v1. The odds are definitely in CR7's favor. And it looks to me like this is another win.
Starting to look like that now, isn't it? But then 4G still there, which may be leading by example in this situation here. We are seeing the Deca finalists clashing against each other in this S&D game mode in what might be a final map for them, for Series 07. Nano Guns, they did clash against them last time and took the win. Can they still preserve their reputation here? Can they still maintain their reputation at 4G? Trying to look for a value here, trying to go for a wall bank perhaps, something different. Sees the man but misses the shot. It's a 1v3. Life is there, Fadi is there, Pain is there. But the one touch makes it 1v2. Fadi and Pain, the last 2 men standing.
Bro, that snipe was so clean, and now it's a 2v1. Maybe it's looking like Hot Nonagon might just take the win now, and it'll be all in the hands of 4G. And oh no, I spoke too soon, and just like that, defeat for Hot Nonagon.
Yeah, the Sumi Jinx, guys. There's something called the Sumi Jinx, and that's what you just all witnessed, right? So Stevie just jinxed it. Explain how immediately she said it, it just happened. Guys, Simi Jinx is real. Beware of it. And now what might be match points for Series 07 is where we are. And what might be the greatest choke for 07 and the win for None Guns might be where we are. And right now, 5v5, you can tell None Guns are starting to get shy in this round. So playing force first. Okay. That's a great start for None Guns to me.
That is honestly, and now it's a 5v4. Let's see how this plays out now. It looks to me like both teams have decided to take a chill pill and not rush in again.
Take a chill pill. The nades come through, but no numbers found. That was close. Virus, Jesus, you almost scared me, man. And that's 5v4. The man sees them, but then if the nades won't do it, Yuki's VMP will. 40 snipes hacked. That's 5v2. This is not what I'm looking at. Hopefully, this is not a choke, and I'm looking at as a double woman picked up by life. VMP weapon in hand. The man takes 2. Now it's a 1v3.
Hot Nonagon is about to take another win. They're about to almost equalize. This game would have been in the bag for Series 7 if they had just calmed down. Oh no. Oh no.
Don't tell me this is a choke. Don't tell me. We have seen chokes. We saw Mashharder choke the whole control. We saw Mashharder choke the whole best of 3. Don't tell me this is the choke we are starting to see again, because this was exactly how it started with Mashharder. They won the hard point, they lost the S&D, they lost the control. This is the plot. This is it being rewritten, and I do hope that is not the outcome here. No guns. If you're on this, you're on the right track. You might be Cyclone Esports, but this time around in a different, brand name, different team name. But if you are Series 07, you don't want to be Mashharders. You don't want history to repeat itself here. You want to do something different. But he finds one great joy, walks into that one, and now 5v4 is where we're at, Sumi.
It's very obvious now that Series 7 has realized that this is the time for them to know if they're going to win this match or lose. This is their last chance. Will they let Hot Nonagon take the win again? They really need to calm down and try to regroup, because honestly, this is the game changer now. This is what is going to determine who's going to win and who is going to lose now.
Pain just absolutely just relentlessly trying for that wall bang with the Type 63. The man is just, spray and pray. Hopefully one bullet enters and one person goes down. If you tell Series 07 wants to make sure to get one devil man outplays Pain, and all that wait, all that trials eventually led to error, and that will be the bomb being planted by Hot Nonagon. No time wasted. The man is prone, and of course the bomb plant comes through, and the location has been given out and will attract the members of Series 7.
It's a 4v4, so it's an equal match. Oh, never mind. It's now a 4v3. Looks to me like that Sumi Jinx is coming in, because the moment I am saying something, the complete opposite happens.
And not in a good way. Pro gets straight out. Funny finds 40, and now it's a 1v3. And this round, this match is riding on a delicate balance, and that balance will be thrown away by Series 07 as they will claim their place in the best of 3 in a 2-0 fashion. Clean sweep. No chance for Mashharder plot here.
Honestly, that comeback was something impressive. It was amazing to see. I love to see how they calmed down. They did not even falter with how it looked like Hot Nonagon was going to take that win, and they still took the lead and managed to win. That is impressive.
That is very impressive. You just said it. You really just said it. That was very impressive, honestly. But then we can't just write out Nonagons themselves. These guys, they fought really hard. Right from the African Championship circle, we saw them get thrown to the lower brackets, and they fought their way through the lower bracket into the APC, and now we see them in the APC where they get to fight against the top teams in the APC. Don't forget, this is not them being thrown out of the APC. This is them losing against Series 7. So yeah, 2 points to Series 07, but Hot Nonagon are still going to run into other teams there, and hopefully those matches have a better outcome than this.
But today, unfortunately for Hot Nonagon, Series 7 takes the W.
Yep, they take the W, guys. And look at the highlights there. Of course, we shout a big shout out to our sponsors, Our Sports Gaming, for sponsoring the African Championship Circuit, the African Pro Series, and of course, big shout out to our watch party, Die Hard. Man, love you so much, man. Thank you so much for pushing out what we do here out there to streamers, to viewers that are not here on the YT right now. Don't forget, guys, this match is being streamed on multiple YTs and of course on multiple TikToks. Die Hard, one of the watch parties, and of course the ASG YT. Sometimes the car YT, I don't know what's going on with his end, but of course, look at his stats here. Sumi Fadi with a 155 impact, 13 kills on his end, and on the other side, we can see Inopro and Yuki having the same number of bombs.
Fadi really put in a huge fight, and so did Life. And I also love that Inopro and Yuki did not sleep in any chat. They tried their best.
They did try their best, but unfortunately, well, the best just wasn't enough for Nonogons right now. Hopefully, it will be more than enough for them to take the win. But for today, that will be enough for Series 07. And of course, shout out to Tony, one of our watch partiers, for spreading the word out there and bringing what we do to other viewers that are with us here. And thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Big win to you guys. Shout out to you guys. What you do is something my words cannot express how grateful I am for. But then shout out to the casters as well. Shout out to Carl. Shout out to Black Matter myself. Shout out to Sumi, who joined us on 2 games here today, guys. Shout out to our sponsors once again. They deserve enough shout out as much as I can give to them. Our Sports Gaming for bringing to us this absolute masterpiece of a tournament. Shout out to Real Time Productions for handling the stream. Shout out to Jerry in the back for handling the stream. And of course, with that being said, that's 3 matches done and dusted. Thank you so much, guys, for sticking with us. And I'll see you next week when next match. Cheers.